Hello. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 20, the big 2-0. We're Rant and Bollox.
Is it episode 20?
It is episode 20.
It looks like we just waited, like we're building up to it.
Yeah. That's why it's been so long. And
it's just a regular episode.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing special about this one.
And for our new users or subscribers, we're a podcast that talks about tech, gaming, movies, TV shows, just all the good shit.
I think everybody's a new subscriber now.
Yeah.
Been gone for
brand
so long.
New. Yeah. It's just a brand new, first subscriber.
Alex has been nice. It's my fault that we haven't had a podcast because I pissed off for a week.
It's been busy. You've been ill, and also I've been cancelling. So
that's
it's just been a.
And then I pissed off for a week. I got so mad at you cancelling. I just said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm leaving. I'm out.
I'm gonna make myself sick.
And then I realised, you know what? I can't be sick and away for this long.
But no, it's good to be back.
No, nothing matters. The only thing that matters.
We're done.
We have to talk about it. Let's just get this out of the way. Mayweather, McGregor.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about this
because it doesn't fit into our general things. And for anybody who is new listening, we don't usually talk about this kind of stuff.
Apart from when it's AJ, and we talked about AJ Klitschko.
Also, we talk about whatever we want whenever we want, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, what a fight.
Yeah, you know what? I watched it through text update because my streams weren't working, so I didn't watch it live. But then I watched it back, I downloaded the fight. But I want to hear your thoughts because I know you were watching it live. Obviously, you were.
Well, I said it before we even.
I was backing McGregor as well.
Got into it. It was that. He doesn't care if he wins.
Yeah.
He already wins.
Well, we were saying to ourselves, worst case scenario is he just gets laid out in the first round and he's just cold on the floor. That's the worst case scenario for McGregor. Everything else from there is great.
Yeah, and all that happened now was there was a stoppage, which was controversial at best.
Yeah, he was getting hit, but at the same time, he can take hits. And
it's
also
the main event.
Yeah,
basically it's a title fight.
Yeah.
And you're going to stop the fight at the first sign?
Yeah.
No, you give him a standing 8 count.
You totally do. And then, he said, let me at least go down on a knee.
Yeah.
You know? But he was this is what I like about McGregor. He was like, let me hit the floor, ref.
Yeah.
You know, he's just anyone else would probably, in the back of their mind, probably be like, I'm glad he kind of stopped that because I didn't want to get hit anymore. But McGregor's let me hit the fucking canvas.
Yeah, let me go down like a man.
Yeah.
So that stoppage was really... I'm not going to go into whether the fight was rigged or anything like that.
I'm guessing that's what pissed you off the most. Is it
was a double thing. So. It was the stoppage was too early for me.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was the judges' scorecards.
I
don't know if you saw that.
No, I've just been hearing from people that watched it that he was definitely winning the first 3 or 4.
He was definitely winning the first 3.
Yeah.
4 he would have won, I'd say.
And it sounded,
and then after that it was probably couple for Mayweather, and then there's a couple that he might have actually gotten a head on.
Funny enough, it sounded a little bit like AJ, just in a way that it sounded like he lost his steam a little bit.
He lost odds. Yeah,
and then maybe he would have got it back.
But that's the thing. McGregor's a knockout star.
So, yeah,
he knocks people out in the first round.
Yeah.
And when you take away his ability to do that, it's he's going to run out of gas.
Totally.
But he had the first 4 rounds, in my opinion. And he can, you could say, he had the first 4 rounds, more hits, more chasing, and the scorecards for the judges, they only gave him the first round. 2 judges only gave him 1 round, and every other round went to Mayweather.
Wow!
And just what fight were they watching?
Yeah.
And I was with my buddy, and he was just this was a boxing match with a boxing ref and boxing judges in a boxing city.
Yeah.
Boxing didn't want to lose tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, Mayweather was going to win.
Yeah.
And I was you don't want to admit it, but boxing has a bad history of cheating.
Yeah.
And it's not that Mayweather cheated. He did have him. And I'd say if had it gone another round and McGregor didn't get some knockout punch in, which wasn't likely, he was going to win.
Yeah.
But it was just... It left a bad taste in my mouth.
Totally. No. It's the biggest fight of the century or whatever, bigger than Pacquiao. And they left it hanging on round 10. Just let him hit the canvas. He's a frigging UFC fighter. He's been down there before. I can understand maybe the ref was just I don't want to be blamed for brain damage or whatever, but these guys walked into the ring, you know.
That's what Mayweather said. He said, well, the ref had to stop it because, you know, he's young. We want to make sure he's got a future. It's like, he's 28.
Yeah.
And this is his first ever boxing match.
Yeah.
How much damage are you going to do to the guy?
I did hear that McGregor. I did hear McGregor landed the second most punches ever on him.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the upside for McGregor, and the downside for boxing in general.
Yeah.
Is even though Mayweather won.
Yeah.
You have a guy who has never had a professional fight.
Yeah.
Go 10 rounds against the greatest boxer in the world.
Totally.
And he does better than most of the other boxers who've gone up against him.
I know, yeah.
And he did it all with 2 months training.
Sure, yeah.
And the UFC guys are just going to be like, this is easy.
Yeah.
Like, just how good does UFC look after this?
Yeah.
Because you give Mayweather 2 months and stick him into UFC.
Yeah.
He'd be killed.
Oh yeah, he'll be 100% down in the first round. Because as soon as they goes to the floor, he's gone. So.
And if I'm a kid and I want to learn how to fight, I'm gonna look at UFC.
Well, yeah, because it's all around, and also McGregor.
But it's even like if you can get 2 months in, and beat the best boxer in the world, but 2 months the best boxer can't go into UFC. Well, you're thinking that's a harder sport. That's a tougher sport.
I mean, UFC is a tougher sport in that regard, but boxing is skillful in the way that you just have to use your hands. Because, like, McGregor, half his thing is his feet. He's got range on his feet as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I think boxing is, like, it's restricting in that way, but it's still, like, that's part of the sport. But UFC, I mean, it's, like, full on.
Yeah, I followed boxing for years. Like, I'm a big fan of it, but I can definitely see... It didn't win any new fans, I don't think, with that.
No, I don't think so.
The fight itself wasn't super exciting.
Yeah.
But the fact that, like, McGregor went in there and did a good job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just makes you think, like, what?
He walked away winning. And, like, I think he was drinking whiskey literally 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
He's got his own whiskey coming out, apparently.
Like, he wakes up the next morning, he's got 100 million.
Yeah.
His face is perfect. He's not damaged. He didn't break a leg. It's not the end of Rocky.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, that's fine. I did that. That was, 45 minutes of work.
So you were watching the fight. Was it a busy bar and stuff where you were watching
it was crazy busy where I was. I was in the old Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
And I think it was like one of the only bars in town that had it.
Yeah, oh shit.
But it was pretty cool.
Some of the places in Toronto, the cover charge was up to $75. I was like, who is paying $75 to go in and watch this fight? You know, just pay the $100 with your mates and get your mates to like give you some money.
Yeah, it was interesting too, the difference, because I think over here it was 75 pounds to get it, and over in England it was 25 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know if that's just people there weren't going to watch it. They expected they weren't going to pay as much.
Yeah.
They're not as stupid. I don't know what it was. But
yeah.
That's a big price difference between the two of them. Anyway, he went in 2 months and went 10 rounds with the best boxer of his generation.
Yeah.
And he walked away with $100 million. So who gives a shit?
He's winning. McGregor's winning as well. Mayweather's winning as well, because he made like, I don't know, 600 million or something. Yeah. Something ridiculous with all the advertising. But super awesome. I enjoyed watching it the day after, and I did look up, like I was following it on text feed. It was like McGregor did this and McGregor, and when I watched it, because the way the texts were coming in, I was like, what the hell is McGregor doing? Like, and I watched it, I was like, fuck, he was changing his style up, wasn't he? He was like switching.
He was very
left,
smart,
right, which was working. Like the first 2 or 3 rounds, I thought, like,
I didn't understand why he didn't use his left more. For some reason, like, I know he was smart and he went in there very smart and boxed a good fight.
Yeah.
But at some point in his brain, he had to be like, I can't go 6 more rounds.
Yeah.
Like around 5 or 6, he should have been like, I'm just going to unload on this guy.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he didn't have a game plan long term.
Yeah.
And I think it was just because Floyd had a good defense.
Sure.
But,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he trained for 2 months. Like, what's he going to pull out of the bag that no one else has tried on Floyd?
Yeah, I think he knew that as well. Like, I think even in his own mind, he was just like, I've got like a 30% chance of like getting him. Otherwise, it's going to be me. But
maybe that was his tactic. He was just in the head being like, I can't win this.
Yeah.
But I can go out without looking bad.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, he'll knock me out.
Yeah.
That'd be okay. And he didn't even do that. So,
Yeah.
He came out of it looking fine. Floyd Mayweather, like I saw a little meme somebody put up, goes, the world's greatest boxer beats a non-boxer in a boxing match. Good job.
Yeah.
It's like, it's true. Like Mayweather, he made money. That's all he did.
Yeah, that's all he's interested in. That's why I don't really like the guy. So he's just like, he's all about the money. I remember he was on like Jimmy Kimmel or something like that. And they were saying, so this McGregor fight, and he's just like, yeah, it was the right money, so I thought I'd take it. And then like the rest of the interview was just about money. He was just like, yeah, I think I might get a new car, I might do this. And I'm like, he's just not about, about the. He is about the sport, but he's 90% about the money, and it just pisses me off.
It's all about the money.
So I wanted him to like hit the canvas big time, but that was entertaining. It's always good to have a fight to look forward to.
Yeah.
So
well, the next big one is going to be
Triple G.
Yeah.
Triple G and Canelo, is it? And then AJ eventually.
And then if you're a UFC guy, it's going to be George St. Pierre.
Oh yeah, he's
fighting
back
in November.
Is it November?
In New York.
Nice.
Maybe we'll go.
Did you hear about this kind of leads into our tech actually. So did you hear about John Jones, the dickhead?
Yeah. Oh man, we've been following that all week, me and Dan.
Yeah.
Because we're just like, what were you doing?
What an idiot. So, but here's the funny bit out of it. Some guy on Twitter, he's a developer, and his name's John Jones.
Oh, I see this.
People were like messaging him, going like, "Man, I fucking respected you, and I grew up like, watching you on TV and all that lot." And it's just like, this isn't even the right guy.
Yeah.
He's a businessman.
He got thousands of people harassing him. He's like, "What are you doing?" Ask John Jones.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Poor guy.
He's like, I wish I could fight, but I just can't. So
I'm the real John Jones, but I'm not the guy you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That John Jones thing was a bunch of shit too.
What an idiot.
Actually, I'm going to check that real quick. That might have come out today.
What?
His second test. Because for anyone who doesn't follow it, John Jones fought Daniel Cormier for the title.
Yeah.
John Jones is one of the best fighters, naturally gifted of all time, but he keeps getting done for drugs. He got done for cocaine. He got banned. He came back from that ban, and now he's gotten banned for taking a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah.
He pissed hot for Tyrannobol, which is it's the whole thing. Like, it's a big thing we could go into, but it doesn't matter. It's not important for this one. But he pissed hot for that one on sample A, and now they're testing sample B.
Right.
But like, the chances of him getting it, like, there's a lot of shady shit.
Yeah, he's done.
His coach, every single one of the coaches, fighters, have all been done for drugs.
Wow.
They've all failed drug tests.
What the hell?
Yeah, so it's shady as shit.
Yeah.
And like, there's no real excuse for it. It's not one of those things that's in a headache tablet.
Yeah.
So it's just stupid.
People.
Like, you come back, you become the champion again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, you've been on drugs. It's like, you screwed it up.
Yeah.
At least he's no developer.
He's no developer. He's probably still getting taunts. You suck.
You suck, Jones. Get out of here.
Why have you got a suit and tie? Why do you look so different? Because it's not me.
I have many tech news on my new phone.
Yeah?
Got a new phone, Al.
Yeah, you did get a new phone.
But the only thing about the tech for that news is today I picked up my old phone, the Samsung S5.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a doorstop now, isn't it?
Has this shrunk?
Oh,
it's like a shrunken head doll. I'm like, what has happened to this phone? It's just so weird. I held it in my hand. I'm like, it's like picking up an old Nintendo controller. After you've been holding an Xbox for years. You're
totally.
Like, oh my god! How did I do anything on this fucking Tamagotchi? What's going on?
Yeah, that's
so weird.
That's the exact word there, Tamagotchi. I went from an iPhone 5 to an iPhone 7 Plus, and it was just like the screen size upgrade. And then I used a 5 the other day, and man, it's small, like you said.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much the size of one.
It's so weird. Like, I've only had that phone a week.
Yeah.
But I'm already adjusted to how big the screen is.
Yeah, so you
hand me a different phone, I'm like, oh god, what is this?
Yeah.
Get it away from me.
You got
me physically ill.
You got the S8. So the S8's got those like nice curved edges, so it goes right to the end. And also, it's not a bomb. So
yeah, exactly. Which is a bit of a disappointment, because I kind of wanted to use it if things go haywire.
Yeah.
Some guy pulls a switch knife in the street. Give me your money, man. And I just go, I'm not afraid to use it, motherfucker. I'll dial home right now.
I've got the overclock.
He's got a Samsung. Get out of here. He's crazy, man.
He's dialing.
I'm gonna open 3 apps at once, bitch. I ain't afraid of nothing.
No, let's go well. Let's do 5 apps. So it's just a flaming phone. That is a sweet phone. I have to admit, the sides to that thing are like damn nice. Like I'm looking at my iPhone 7, which is a nice phone.
Said that Apple stock just dropped.
Yeah.
Fleming ditches Apple.
Ditches Apple. Apple fanboy now. Samsung.
Fanboy gives Apple slap in the face.
Sam and Sung. Yeah, just looking at the borders on mine, I'm like, why are they there?
What's this for?
They shouldn't be here. You know.
We're getting closer and closer to that thing where it's just like a see-through screen.
Yeah, totally. It's
just
going to be like a
flat glass
wraparound
thing, like Minority Report.
Roll it out of your pen or whatever.
Roll it out in your pen.
I don't know why would anyone roll it into their
just
pen.
Project it straight onto my eyeball.
But going into some tech, we have a new YouTube. So YouTube, we upload to SoundCloud, YouTube, good old iTunes. But they have
We're still working on Libsyn. We're getting there.
And the blooming Google.
That thing's still not
Google
working.
Music or whatever.
Google Play.
Yeah, they're not liking our XML.
God damn it!
So
you mean the XML that they provided?
They provide. I put their own XML in just as a test, and they were like, "Nah, this isn't good. This isn't good."
This is your code.
This is yours.
Yeah.
So
this is what you use to make Google Play.
Yeah. I think because it was so new, I get the feeling like they had some hiccups, so maybe it's ironed out now. But YouTube have a new logo. That's exciting, isn't it?
No. Oh yeah, it changes everything.
A new look and feel as well. So the site's got the new material design, so it's like a nice flat look. Go there now. I'm sure you are because you're listening to this or watching this. But
I'm doing it right now.
It's just got
I'm
that nice.
Easily swayed.
Do it. Stare at it.
Also, have to check my video because I haven't checked my video in a week.
Oh, your I was going to say Prometheus, but your Prestige, yeah?
Prestige video.
Prestige.
Because for those who don't know, not Google.
They blocked your mobile,
YouTube.
didn't you?
Yeah, they blocked it on mobile.
So when's that going to be up?
That's what I'm going to check now.
Because you should just...
Here's a YouTube bitch rant thing. YouTube don't care about the copyright. It's not their department. It's just an algorithm.
Yeah.
So there's no one to deal with it.
Right.
Except for the studio that you complain to.
Yeah.
So for example, if we copyrighted one of our videos, which I don't know, we won't because it's shit. Or no, maybe like my Batman Superman video.
Yeah.
If someone else stole that and said they made it, I'd be like, no, that's mine. It's my job to find that and like deal with it.
Right.
And if then they have a dispute, I have to respond to the dispute.
Sure.
YouTube doesn't interfere.
Yeah.
So for this current Prestige video, it's been cleared by the studio, but the music people haven't cleared it.
Right.
And I can't get through to the music people being like, just say it's okay. And what happens is after a month, it automatically reverts back to me.
Right.
If they don't dispute it.
Sure.
So it's just like every time I upload a video, I have to wait a month because they won't hire some intern to deal with this shit over at fucking MGM or whoever. MGM, I don't know. Shows how little I know about music.
I know what you mean though. That is super frustrating. Yeah. It's almost like we need to upload them a month early. And then,
I know.
Then, like put them in like a private box somewhere or whatever.
Bastards.
We'll work it out. We'll get it streamlined. But we'll get our videos up on the new YouTube. We have a few...
You've been twitching? I haven't checked. Have you twitched?
I haven't twitched, but we have. We did like a gaming day, so we've got loads of gaming ones lined up, and so you're going to be seeing a lot more gaming, and then we're going to try and do the commentary a bit more. Even this one, technically, is like a 3-week late one. We've just been busy, but we're gonna make the effort to get them up weekly.
We're going to make some effort.
Some effort. I know it sounds like we don't give a shit. And we don't.
We don't, not really. But we appreciate people listening.
Nah, we're gonna like ramp it up again. But like, yeah, you're definitely gonna see some more gaming, commentary, and even your rants and your
my
edits
rants and
as well.
Videos, they'll start taking off from like November onwards.
Yeah,
because I'll have a new computer.
Boom.
Or I won't, and I'll just fucking throw this one out a window. This old workhorse.
You're gonna frame it, aren't you? Put it in some glass frame.
This one's staying. This one's going up on the wall. So my kids will be like, "What's that thing, Daddy?"
Yeah,
like, that's a computer. Why isn't it in your head?
Yeah. Why isn't it in your eyeballs? So.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the tech land? Well, I'll tell you, there is Intel and AMD. So you know Intel. Do you know AMD? AMD are like graphics. They're graphics, but they're also CPU as well. So
shit.
what's happened recently is Intel have always just been kicking ass, like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they have like a new 14 core,
14 or 18 core, and then they're in all the MacBooks cores. And stuff. AMD have been hitting back, so they've got some awesome CPUs and graphics cards coming out, but they're almost half the price of like the Intel ones. So they're smashing them in the face, and Intel have got to lower their prices basically. But like no one's even heard from AMD like a good product for them for like at least 3 years.
Right.
They've always just been budget and kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll save $200, but really it's just an okay CPU or whatever. Now it's like, oh, I'll save like $150, and this is just as good as like the Intel. Yeah. So that's gonna change up the market a little bit for like when you buy graphics cards for PCs. AMD, I think, are on. They do the graphics card for like the iMacs and stuff, so they're going to be in the new iMacs as well and stuff. So
the iMac Pro.
Yeah, the iMac Pro and all that. So it might bring the price down on the iMac Pro, possibly, just because of that. Apple will just bank it.
Literally will not bring the price down.
Apple will just bank it and go.
AMD could release a chip that costs 5 cents, and Apple would still charge you the exact same amount as the last iMac.
It's very true. So.
Like if you could find a way to save $5,000 production costs on every iPhone, so it actually made money. Before it even got released, they'd still be like, no, it costs the same as the last iPhone.
I thought Apple were a nice company, but no, they've gone in
because they don't have to.
So,
like, why would you?
I know.
At least that's the thing about Apple. Like if
they'll find other ways to do it.
They always find a way.
They'll be like, you can have free.
They took away bits, and they still charge you
I know.
more.
They're taking away the ports.
Yeah.
It's like there is no headphone jack, and we're not giving you headphones with the iPhone anymore.
Yeah.
But it's $100 more. So.
My mate Dan, he got an iPhone 7, and he had he whipped out his headphones.
Yeah.
And he put them in. I was like, wait a minute, don't you have those the ones that go in your ear? He's like, no, you have to pay for them. I'm like, they don't even give you them with the phone.
Yeah.
Like, that's how shitty Apple are now.
But those, those things that go in the wireless ones, they're $300.
That's what I mean. So, like, he's like, no, they're like $300. You can't get them. They don't give you that with the phone. I'm like, that's a crock of shit.
Does your new phone have a headphone jack?
Yeah, headphone jack, and it gave me headphones with it.
Oh,
like they give you headphones with it.
Yeah. I know they do give you headphones, but they're just like the normal ones.
Yeah, normal ones. And it's like, no, if you want the actual proper ones.
Yeah, the ones that we were advertising.
Yeah, until iPhone 8 comes out and they don't even have a jack for it.
Yeah.
You're just like, you fucking assholes. Anything they can do to just give you an empty box, that's what they're getting to.
They're even cutting down on their boxes to make them smaller and smaller. Eventually, you're just going to get like a little note. They're going to fuck you.
Yeah, a little birthday card being like, you own a phone.
Yeah.
Can I have it? No, fuck you.
You've been fooled.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Here's an Apple sticker.
Yeah.
So I said, they might bring down the price. Sounds like they won't. Paul's been on the phone to them.
As I was talking to my experts in Apple, I was like,
well, because you've been pricing up some of the machines.
You Cupertino pricks.
And like,
I still want to see the iMac Pro.
Yeah.
I want to see that thing.
Yeah. I think that's going to be November or December. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the dark chrome and then the dark chrome keyboard and mouse. That's going to be pretty sweet.
The iMac Pro it's just one of those weird things. Like we talked about, it just doesn't know if it's going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just kind of want to see it.
Yeah. You definitely want to go into the store and be that guy and just kind of load up your applications.
It's just a weird thing coming out of a company. It's like Mini Cooper cars just being like, we're making a truck. Yeah. You're like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be any good, but I want to see it.
Yeah, it's exactly one of those things where you go into the Apple store and you're like, I'm going to open up, Photoshop, Illustrator, boom, 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 and load them all up at the bottom. And it's like, how quick is this? Render out this video.
Here's one. I mentioned it to you. We didn't talk about it because we haven't done a podcast because we hate each other.
Yes.
The Mac Surface. I was in the Mac, or not the
Mac. That's the Microsoft.
Microsoft Surface.
Get it together, son.
The Mac Surface. Whichever one it is.
The Mac.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that looks...
I went in,
have you
like
used
I said,
one?
I played that.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I was in the Mac store.
Yeah.
And I was there, and it's like 27 inches. Because I remember the Surface was just like a little thing.
Right.
It was just like a pad, because it was supposed to compete with the iPad Pro.
That's right, yeah.
And then they had this big 27-inch screen.
Yeah.
Wireless keyboard.
Yep.
Pen. And then they got this new... I guess they're just trying to make their own...
The dial.
Yeah. Which is actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Because the dial, when you're drawing... Because I was like sketching away on it. it remembers every sketch thing you did. And you just go click, and you feel like bloody Doctor Strange. You literally spin it back, and time moves back on your picture to like, oh, that's what I wanted to fix.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Nice.
And I was like, this ain't bad.
I do want to use
the top end one was like maybe $7,000 or something.
Shit.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
But I remember looking up digital artist drawing pads like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And a good one would be like 20,000.
Wow.
So
it's pretty good for that.
This is a big screen thing that you can put up.
Yeah.
Use as a proper home computer.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing about it is that it is kind of like an iMac. Well, it is an iMac. It's a computer.
Yeah, it's an iMac.
And then you can just fold it back. You push it back, and then suddenly you're like, I'm just going to draw on this and push it back forward.
And it's touchscreen.
Mouse and keyboard. Yeah.
And I was just like, God damn.
Is that down in the mall? Like
it's over there. Just go over.
I'll have to check that out.
And I'm just like, damn, this is. I'm not paying enough attention to Microsoft. Because this is exactly what I want. And I was thinking, if I had a little bit more money, I'd probably get me one of these. Because I could, draw comics on it or something or whatever, get back into that. But compared to what Apple are releasing, you know what Apple release?
No, I know.
It's the same thing.
And it'll be the same price.
With a little bit bigger screen.
Yeah.
And the same price and less fucking ports.
Yeah, less ports.
You get less.
Not as fast.
It'll be lighter. I'll give it that. It's lighter.
Yeah.
But that's because there's less shit. Because they're not giving you anything.
But you're not picking up one of those either. You're not putting that under your arm. That's staying on the desk pretty much. So
I don't know. Again, we're at that point of bitching about Apple not innovating anymore.
Yeah.
Like the iMac Pro is their first big change up. So I wonder how that's going to change their lineup going forward.
To be honest, it's not really big. They just changed the tint of the iMac. It's now dark.
Somebody just
it's using the same. It's using the same chassis. They're just throwing in some components which Intel are giving them. So they're not changing it up too much.
So they could have a Samsung issue in their hand where it just bursts into flames.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, you render like a 4K podcast out, a Rant and Bollox 4K. And
those 18 cores just
blows up. No, but we'll have to keep an eye on it, and we'll have to use one. But I'm definitely going to go and use that Surface, actually. I want to push it over and then draw in its face.
Fuck your goddamn Surface. Apple fanboy for life.
Not really too much else on the tech side of things I wanted to chat about. There's obviously been lots of things happening, but we talk a lot about cars and AI and how Skynet's coming. But
there's an AI thing. I thought you were going to bring it up. See it?
Which one?
Elon Musk and about 100 other engineers and scientists.
Yeah.
I was going to say architects. I don't know why. Smart people. Obviously, people who have words. Who don't decide they're going to do a podcast without the ability to speak. Like
Stony Stark.
Stony Bajarla. Elon Musk and those guys. I just say Elon because he didn't start it. It's just he's the most famous name on it.
Yeah, everyone knows him.
He signed this petition that went to the UN asking for a ban on AI in warfare.
Oh shit.
So they're trying to stop machines having the capacity to autonomously make decisions on life and death. So for now you have drone strikes.
Actually pretty smart. Yeah.
But a drone strike is still a person.
Still someone controlling the drone. Yeah.
So what they're saying is that we cannot allow ourselves to get to the future where machines can decide life or death.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're saying it's Skynet.
Yeah.
They're just saying that the moment you do that, you've completely detached human connection to what's happening.
Right.
So nowadays, it's very hard to kill somebody. All right? It's just generally, it's hard to kill somebody. And even if you're flying a drone, you're killing somebody.
Sure.
So there's this whole chain of command about, lethal action, and war's an awful piece of shit and nobody likes it. But somebody makes the call. We're going to do this. Civilians might get hurt. Whatever they call it. What the word they have for it when it's.
It's on the top of my head.
Yeah, it's like when bloody injuries happen around the field. Collateral damage.
That's it.
So they have all the words to make it seem nicer, but it's awful.
The Schwarzenegger film.
But if you just have to turn on a machine and then turn your back, then it's over, because then anybody will just do whatever they want.
Right.
As much as you might say that the military will still have oversight, the robot can kill.
Yeah.
So it'll just walk over and kill a bunch of people. There'll be a bunch of collateral damage.
Yeah.
And then you'll come back and check on it next week and you'll be like, oh, that was awful. Oh, well.
Yeah.
And be like, that's fine. Because obviously you've signed off and the robot can do it at once.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
but then,
very
like
bad.
all the podcasts we've been talking about, the robot suddenly shoots at you. And it's like,
Exactly.
why is he shooting at me? Oh, because I harmed one of the other robots. And it's like, damn, these guys are,
So they're asking for it to become a ban, the same way that like chemical warfare is a ban.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how they pitch that to people, because do they have to show them, like, just play them Terminator?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But, something like that.
RoboCop, that's the one to show them.
Yeah.
Stand down.
Yeah. But, I mean, we're at that stage where we have to think about this stuff, because it is getting that
Because the drone is just under control because it has to be. Or not because because they want it to be.
Right.
You could just send a drone out.
You can say, go over to here and bomb this place.
Yeah.
I don't need to control this. Like a plane, it can land itself.
Like a drone.
So,
like you can buy a little drone and you can set its landing zone.
Yeah.
And then you press recall.
Yeah.
And it'll land there.
But can you imagine,
you
like,
just do that in reverse and just set a little landing zone and say, if anybody walks in this area, shoot them.
Yeah.
And then you just set it off.
And then you wake up in the morning and then the whole village is dead. It's like drone malfunction or drone decided. And
then there's no morality. There's no person sitting there being like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Because I watched that movie, Eye in the Sky.
I was going to say, that's what it reminded me of. I've not seen it, but it was...
Helen Mirren's in it.
It's also a Thingamajig's last
Aaron
film.
Paul. Oh, and crap. What's his name?
You think we'd know names on this podcast,
you think
especially
we'd pay
this
attention
guy.
to these things, especially the guy who's dead.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, of course, yeah. That was his last film, yeah.
And it's a very good film, but that's kind of all about the...
Pressing the trigger.
Who gets to make the call? Who doesn't make the call?
And it's all drones as well, isn't it?
It's all one drone
yeah.
and one thing. And it's just like how everybody has to do it. It's very good.
Yeah.
But we're at the point now where it could just be nobody's in charge.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're like, shit. And that's what this letter to the UN's all about. Just like, you should ban this now.
Yeah.
Because if you ban it now, that means nobody's going to have any money to pay for it. So, for example, if you ban something stupid, like electric cars. If you put a ban on electric cars, well, then you're never going to get funded to research an electric car.
Right.
Like, who's going to fund it? Be like, well, we can't make it.
Yeah. We can't, they're going to just turn it down straight away, so we're not putting money against it. So.
Yeah, so the army is the army, but they're not stupid. They're not going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on building a robot if the UN says you can't use it.
Someone will probably do it on the side,
but
less money.
There will always be someone on the side, but that's not an argument to not have everybody.
Ultron.
This is the American argument of guns. It's like, well, there'll always be a guy with a gun. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean make it easy for him. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, someone's always going to break into your car, so you might as well just take all the car locks off. It's like, no, you keep it
wonderful thinking.
Yeah, whatever. But that was with the tech news.
No, I like that. That's cool. Did you have a tech bollocks question?
There was actually something else with Elon Musk that someone brought up that I forgot he'd done. He's got a thing called like Neuralink.
He actually did something else that I deleted off my list, but now we're talking about him. He actually created an AI. So there's a game, Dota 2, and it's which links in with something else I need to talk about. But Dota 2 is Steam's most played game. It's made by Valve, and it's one of those
not Battlefront
strategy.
Okay,
it's a strategy game where you select the guys and say you guys go here and stuff, and you've got like heroes.
You guys go over there and send the drones.
Yeah, pretty much. There probably are drones in it. So that's Steam's most played game. But then Elon Musk, he created some AI.
Did you call him Elon Musk there?
Elon.
Like elongated.
That's what I do. This is what I do every podcast. Is like fuck the names up.
But don't fuck up Elon Musk, because he's got so much money. He could have us killed by those robots he's built.
Our webcams could fucking shoot us in the face.
That's why I got a little tag on my one there.
But he did some programmed some AI that battled the best players of that game in a championship, and it beat them. But it actually beat them like really easily.
So it wasn't even a close contest.
No, they were playing. These guys were the champions, and it was like it's esports, and a lot of people tune in for it, and it's a very like esporty game where people like to watch on Twitch.
Find us on Twitch, Rant and Bollox.
Sponsored
Was that
by
Twitch or Switch?
So.
Are we doing that for Twitch now as well?
yeah. Switch.
Twitch Switch. Double.
But yeah, I just found it interesting that like he programmed this AI and it just like basically they I think they got into like a tournament mode thing and they had the cameras and they were like, right, let's go. You go left, you go right. He's like, I'm dead. What do you mean? I'm dead. It's just like, what the fuck? And then suddenly this AI just
maybe that's
just
how it happened.
So
like he built this war game or
maybe,
this AI for the war game, and like it killed all the human players. And someone went back to Alan and they said, Mr. Musk, your AI just destroyed all the human players in like 15 minutes. And he's like, but I did that when I was taking a shit on the toilet.
Exactly.
And they're like, yeah, but the AI just destroyed it. And he's like, at warfare? He's like, yeah. Oh, crap. I got to go write a letter to the UN. This is not going well. Like, if I can come up with a machine that can beat the best human players.
This sounds like Iron Man 4 in the making.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that kind of links into that. But sorry, you said that you had some other news about him?
It was just came up to me during the week. I was listening to something or other. It's probably another podcast. I probably stole it from another podcast. But it wasn't on that podcast. They just mentioned it. And I looked it up as Elon Musk is creating a neural link.
Yeah.
That we did talk about before. It's actually one of our Rant tech Bollox things.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to create this thing where you can connect your brain to the internet.
Okay.
So that you can have instant access to like calculations, and Wikipedia is already in your brain.
Right.
Like he's building that now. So it's an implant that goes into your head.
That's right. Yeah, I remember I was talking about it.
This guy, he's Iron Man 4. He's getting right up there.
Yeah, it's funny because we hear about him doing like the tunnels and the cars, but he's like, this guy's got many projects.
Yeah.
You know, and
like, you think the cars and like, oh yeah, but then there's that weird stuff on the back end where you're like, wow, he's fully going into this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like anything, I think like anybody goes to him, he's like a Dragon's Den thing. You're like, I've got this idea where we can maybe be able to phase through walls. He's like, yep, I'll give you $1 million to search that up.
Well, he'll know like something to look for. He'll be like, we've tried it and we can do this. And he's like, I've not tried that. You know, and he's like, shit, that actually like works out.
Because he's also he's got the other things like the hypertunnels and stuff. That he's just sort of like on the backside.
But he'll know a theory, or if someone says like, I want to do like the hypertunnels, but this way, and he's like, can't be done. Like, or at least he'll have a good idea.
Like, no, that
like,
doesn't make sense. It doesn't work out. And they're like, yeah, but if you take this factor and then you put in the inertia on this side, he's like, here's $1 million.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Like for him, it's nothing.
Yeah,
I think that the latest upgrade to the Tesla factory is now $5 billion.
Really?
Yeah. Shit. But the way, like, if anybody doesn't know Tesla, we're off on one now.
Yeah.
The Tesla system is very clever. It's all based on Elon Musk. It's like the Lex Luthor. He's just super charming guy who's probably figuring a way to ruin our brains. But what he does is he pre-sells the cars.
Yeah.
And then he takes that cash money and makes that the investment on the next development stage.
That's right. Yeah.
And then what happens is you invest in the new Tesla S.
Right.
And if you get in early, you get a discount. And then on the future Teslas, you get a discount. So it's a good thing to invest in Tesla.
Sure.
But the way he's doing that isn't because he's a nice businessman. It's because his finance plan is built on the fact that he needs the first phase to fund the second phase to fund the third phase.
He's not going to dip into his money like crazy. Like he's going to make sure there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
There is a demand. Okay, use that. Let's build something better.
Because they're getting into the truck now, isn't it? The truck.
They are doing a truck. And like I think we talked about it on last week. It's like
they
more
have the
people
SUV,
like there's SUV, but people like Nissan and all that are starting to compete. I don't think they're still up there with him right yet, but yeah, the truck.
But that's why he's able to go from zero to, like, was it last year or this year his company was valued the same as Ford.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the first time ever, like the stock went up to Ford level.
Nice.
And it's like he went from nothing to having the biggest car company in the world nearly.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly playing this game of risk.
Sure, yeah.
Of just, look, all I need is $1 billion. All I need is 2. All I need is 5. All I need is 10. And all these investors are like, but are you going to have it now? He's like, no, I'll have it in 4 years. I'll have it in 6 years.
Yeah.
But it's working. And the fact that it's worked so far means that his plan, which comes out every year, he updates his master plan.
That's right, yeah.
Check that out. And it's probably going to happen. It's happened so far for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think
mean,
he's ahead in terms of
a man like that's like so driven, and the fact that it's coming true, and he's hitting those markers, like it will happen. Like, but and I know that he's got like crazy back orders. There's a friend of ours who has one, but it's on back order for like 6 months.
Yep.
So he won't get his car for 6 months, and I think he ordered it 6 months ago. So he knew, I'd like this car. But he knew he wasn't going to get it for like a year, which is
and
crazy.
that's the system as well. Yeah, he's like, we don't have the car.
And that's Canada.
You have to order it. Then we'll have enough money to build the car.
Exactly.
So it's like to build the cars will cost, let's say, $1 million.
Yeah.
We don't need you to give us $1 million. We need 100 people to give us $10,000.
Yeah.
And then we'll have $1 million.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. You pre-order the car.
Yeah.
And if enough people pre-order the car, then they can put it into production. It's kind of like he's got the world's largest Kickstarter system. It's like, we need this much money to get going. And then once we can do that, then we get going.
Yeah, yeah.
So like he needs 10% in cash. And then he can go to the bank and goes, look, I've got this much money. I need the rest to start building these cars. Yeah. And they're like, okay. And then they go off.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, it just makes sense, that system. So, and it appears to be working. I could always tell a Tesla, because I've been seeing them a lot more, by the door handles. They're like flush to the door and they're silver.
So you can't hear them when they hit you.
And you can't. You've been hit. Like, there's the Ford Mustang.
Yeah.
And the new ones, they actually simulate inside the car the noise of the engine, because they're so kind of efficient and quiet now. They're not like the old Mustangs where they were like...
When you get that V8 run.
So like when a Tesla hits you, it just simulates the
thing
smack.
I really want to see in cars is I watched... Mission Impossible the other day.
Yeah.
You know when he puts his hand on the screen?
Yeah.
And that's
scans
the lock.
His thing. Yeah, yeah.
That's the, like, you don't even need a key thing.
Yeah.
Because it's in a rental car the other day, and the new cars don't have keys anymore.
I know.
Because it's just push button starts.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, it's so easy to lose those keys now.
I know.
Because it's just like a tag. It's not a key anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't dig into your leg, and you're not used to it, the weight of it.
Totally.
So I just want it to be so wherever you go, just put your hand on the bloody thing, because my phone can do that. I don't know if you know, but I got a new phone.
You got a new phone, did you?
And it's got fingerprint things on it, so I can just open it with my fingerprint.
But you also said it has retina as well.
It's got retinas too.
So
I don't think it's got retinas.
If I was to
I
take
think it just looks at my eye and goes, yeah, that's an eye.
Well, we're going to test.
Sure you could do
Let's
it.
test it, and we'll print out a picture of you and see if it does that. So
yeah, we should do that. That'd be fun.
Access granted.
So I have no more tech news.
All right.
You got game news?
I do. But yeah, GamesCon. Not to dilute that, but so Xbox were there in full force. So there were some good things and some bad things with Xbox. So they've got this new Scorpio system, 4K, coming out in November. Awesome.
Still not called Scorpio.
It's not called Scorpio, but we're calling it Xbox One X, 1 plus 2.
No, it's the Scorpio. Fuck it.
We'll just call it Scorpio.
I'm going to get one just so I can stencil Scorpio over the top of it.
I think you need to get the PS4 Pro, and we need to get on Battlefront 2 player.
I'm getting on Battlefront because that's what I wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
If you want to, I'm going to steamroll over you.
Battlefront
just came out with their new trailer.
Dick. Yeah.
Space battles.
Yeah, did you see that?
Space battles.
Man, that looks...
Space battles.
I'm not joking. That actually looks better than the film.
It does.
It looks better than the films.
Little bloody Kylo Ren running around, and then they have Darth Maul.
Yeah, it's everything you want.
Pre-cut in half.
No, but the space, like, did you see?
And the space battle, when they're hitting the bloody things.
It's nuts, and you're flying through the carrier just like everyone wants to.
Yeah.
Firing missiles. You can be the Millennium Falcon. You could be every ship.
It looks so good. All 3 generations, they say.
Yeah.
Which means no one's going to play any of them except the middle generation, which everyone likes.
Such a good job.
Yeah.
Such a bloody good job.
Can't wait for that game.
Yeah.
There is something that came up though that I should have looked it up, but that's not my job. It's your job.
Well, I mean, we don't
Is the
look
Shadow of War Microsoft exclusive? Is
you
that
talking about
only on
you
Xbox?
talking about Mordor?
The Lord of the Rings
No,
one?
it's not.
It's not?
So it's just, they just used it to showcase the console. However, because Microsoft showed it off, I wouldn't put it past them, like, favoring them, like, with the new console. It's probably going to be in, like, true 4K, and they're going to spend, like,
because I saw there was a special, like, edition one.
Yeah.
Like, you order early and you get, like, a special ring rate or something.
Oh, they might have a little thing like that, but it's not going to be much different. It's not like, it's coming out
because Battlefront have one of them too.
So
if
Battlefront
you
have one
early,
on PS4.
Yeah, you get the Elite Trooper thing.
Do those things appeal to you? They don't really appeal to me too much.
They don't, but I'm getting it.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Oh, you're getting Shadow of Mordor as well. Yeah?
That's the thing. The Shadow of Mordor, I was like, do I have to get both consoles?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah.
I'll do it if I have to.
No, you don't. No,
but I don't.
It'll be on both. It'll be on both. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Because I do have a lot of loyalty to Microsoft, and I'm
you
terrified that will
are.
happen is I'll get a PlayStation, and then I'll be like, oh, cool, man, I can't wait. I'll come down and see you. We'll play this, and you're like, that's not on PlayStation.
That's not on PlayStation.
Like,
what were you
thinking?
thinking?
That's okay. Then we'll play this one. That's not on PlayStation either. Like, that's all I know. That's all I know.
What have you
all
bought?
I need is Star Wars. That's on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, that's on. That's going to be on everything.
And all the EA Sports. That's on everything.
Yeah. FIFA 18.
But I do like that Shadow of War. That's not.
That's on everything as well. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry. You can hold me to that. I've said it on the podcast.
It's done.
If it's not
episode 20,
if
I
it's
can remember
only,
that number.
If it's exclusive to Xbox, I will buy you the game. I will just buy you the game. So.
I'll buy you the game.
So,
if it's exclusive to Xbox,
console,
I'll buy you the game.
I'll buy you the
There
game.
You go.
So I'll just take
You can
take the
sleep with
piss.
it.
Nice green case for the blue console.
I also like the green cases. I don't like PlayStation Blue. Oh, there, I said it.
Color racist.
I am a color racist. It's probably because I'm colorblind.
You're wearing a
well.
blue shirt right now.
I like the blue shirt, but when I'm looking on the Amazon,
yeah,
and they got the green box and they got the blue box. I like the
Shallow
green box.
Prick. Digital downloads.
Shallow prick.
Those boxes are plastic.
Look, I got edges. I know what things mean.
Plastic bodges. Bodges?
Bodges.
Plastic boxes. You're ruining the fucking planet. It's you. It's all. It's
Dude,
all
I'll tell
you.
you what it is. My Blu-rays.
Have you got Blu-rays?
No, I don't actually. But if I had Blu-rays, they would be blue.
Yeah.
And that's nice for me.
They are, yeah.
If I have a PlayStation, that's also blue. That pisses me off because I'm an OCD and I'm like, green is the game.
Good. They nice blend in together.
No, exactly. I don't want that. I don't want to be searching for Lord of the Rings movie and end up getting the game. I'd look like an idiot. I would look like an idiot.
But why don't you just read the fucking label that says game or the PS line?
So now we're getting into it, Alex. I can't read, all right? I like the fact that the green one is the game.
I had my doubts.
And the blue one is we've gone so far away from what we're talking about. Star Wars looks great.
Yeah, Star Wars looks great.
And I'll get the PlayStation. It's out November something.
I've got the exact date here.
I was going to say 8th, but that might be Thor Ragnarok.
November the 14th.
14th.
But Call of Duty is out November the 3rd.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. And then, November we've got Call of Duty,
Battlefront 2.
Thor Ragnarok, and then Justice League.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking that month off.
December we've got Wolfenstein 2, which looks sick. Got Blade Runner the film, Blade Runner VR as well.
Blade Runner's October.
Yeah.
I think you're screwed. Oh, did you say? I
said
December.
October. No, I'm saying October.
Also,
Wolfenstein
as well as
2.
not being able to read, I can't hear. I'm deaf.
December, there's a new game I've added to my list. Doom VR. So the whole Doom, the new Doom game, which was awesome. I played all the way through that.
Yeah.
Bringing it out in VR fully. The whole game's just in VR. Apparently, it's just sick. Also in November is Fallout on.
When's
VR
my Skywings coming out?
What the fuck's Skywings?
I don't know. I just made it up. The airplane one, Pilot Wings, Air Wings.
That's only on Ace Combat.
Ace Combat, yeah.
That's only on PlayStation VR, which had a price drop. PlayStation VR, you can get the PlayStation VR, the stick things, and the camera. I think all for $399 now. So,
right.
I
Still don't know if I'll get it.
They're bringing themselves down to like.
Which is weird because we're the VR podcast, but VR isn't PlayStation. It's PC.
Yeah, PC is where it's at, and it's like top quality. Like apparently, a lot of people are asking, "Oh, is Gorn going to come to PlayStation?" The developers have got something against PlayStation. They're just like, "Oh, PlayStation VR." It's like, no, we'd never bring it to this.
It just doesn't have the power.
It doesn't have the power. Like if you use the PlayStation VR,
and you've got a beast of a machine.
Yeah,
like even a regular PC doesn't have the VR level.
No way.
Like they say, this Samsung is like a VR thing. You can put the goggles on.
You can put the goggles on, but
I'm not getting VR on my phone.
It's gonna be like a super. Once you've used a really good experience like we have, you don't want to use anything else. You just be like, what the fuck's wrong with this? This is for
exactly. It's the same as like having a game on,
on your iPhone,
and then you play it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, because
I'm not
I think
what
did they bring out on the iPhone? Tekken. I love Tekken. They brought out Tekken 7 on the iPhone. I was like, this is awesome. But then I was playing it. It's like swipe to move forward. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm gonna go to the.
Although to be fair, I played because I was away for a week there. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was away and I got
Australia.
I was not Australia, no. But I had a new phone, I was on Madden. I was on the new Madden mobile game.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big NFL guy, but it's a lot of fun to play, and it looks better than I remember.
Is
playing
it an
Madden.
actual? Do you play arcade style, or is it more like you manage the team?
Have you ever played Madden?
No, not really.
You play. It's like it is in the game. Like I remember playing it on whatever not Super Nintendo, PlayStation. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you control the guys on the field, and you make your passes, and you make your plays, and all that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this is a free game on my phone, and it's amazing.
Do they have like the in-game buy-ins or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
Install
bunch of that shit. It's like, pay $240 and get all these tokens. I'm like,
yeah.
200. I'll just buy a PlayStation for that, mate. Some of that things. Like
I'm never going to do this.
There was another game I found. It was like a tower defense thing, just purely to pass the time when I was on the plane.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, I'll just play this. And I was like, I wish I had a couple more gems. And then I went to the shop, and the gems were like $1.50 for 10 gems. $6.99 for 120 gems. And then it was like it had 1,000 gems for $120. I'm like, $120.
Who is doing this?
What is your problem that you're so obsessed with being like, I have to get to the next level on this game?
Yeah. But it happens, man. It's addictive. Gaming is addictive. It's like smoking.
They're not putting that in there if someone's not paying it.
Oh, of course, yeah. Someone's done that. And
like the game's not amazing. It's just a stupid bloody game which is like boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is insane. This is the world we live in, where people get so hooked on the game.
Yeah.
They will pay more money for that than it would cost to buy a full version HD 4K video game.
I was playing PlayerUnknown, and they've got these new crates for GamesCon, and you can buy these so you unlock them with your in-game points. Yeah. So every time you like win a round or you kill someone, you get points, and you can buy these crates. So I was buying the crates. So I was like, I'll buy a GamesCon crate, but you need a key to open it. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay for a key. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell the crate on the Steam. Steam's got its own marketplace. I'll sell the crate, and then I'll pay for keys to open the crate, kind of thing. And I started getting into this fucking selling of the crates. Yeah. I made like $20 through crates. And then I'm like, okay. And I was like, I need to play more so I can sell the crate for $2. I said, it's $2. Yes. But I was like, I'm just going to stay up another hour so I can sell this crate for $2, And then, I was getting kind of into it. And then eventually I bought some keys. I opened those crates. I just got like dusty shoes, shitty gloves, because there was that one chance that I'd get the skirt for $500 skirt, or I think there was like a balaclava for like $700 or something. I was like, come on! I opened like 3 crates, and I was just like, nah, I'm not
blue
doing
shirt.
This, so.
It's like, fuck this.
I know, a blue shirt. Where's the red one? Which I accidentally sold.
Oh, my lucky red one.
Going back to the original thing of GamesCon,
Elon Musk.
And Elon Musk and Tony Stark. So Xbox were there in force. However, something happened. I think it was a day or two before the conference.
Tell me it blew up. The whole place.
They kind of blew it. There's a game that was coming out. It was supposed to come out this year, and it was going to be launching with the system. It's called Crackdown 3.
You told me about this.
So yeah,
you recommended me this.
Yeah, and
just like you recommended me Shadow of War, which
and Terry Crews was on like the TV ad for it and stuff. They delayed it. They keep delaying these until next year, like spring next year. So everyone's just like, is this game going to come out? And also, it was one of the flagship games to the new console. So everyone's like, well, what can you play on this new console that I can't on the other, which is going to like really show it off? And they're like, maybe Forza 7, but Forza 7 is just going to run in 4K. But apparently it runs really well on the original Xbox anyway. So it's not really coming out with any game which is going to be like, oh, I need to get that console for that. So I just don't know why.
That is painful.
I think Xbox must have gone to the studio and gone like, how's it going, guys? How's Crackdown? Because it's been going for like 3 years. Like they've been showing.
Oh yeah, these are like
like
Hollywood movies now. These things take years
and
to develop.
They must have just been like, fuck, we can't show this off at Gamescom and we're going to delay it. Yeah. So that wasn't a good thing. One of the saving graces for it though is they did show off because they keep talking about 4K. So if you've got a 4K TV, they showed off and they announced 100 games on Xbox One, which are all going to run in 4K. So like Tomb Raider and like all these older games like Battlefield and stuff, but they're all going to run in exactly what they said, 4K. And they look like friggin' good. The only thing is, are people playing older games, or do they just want the new ones? So like Battlefront 2 isn't going to run in 4K because it's like a brand new game. It just can't. It'll run like pretty well, but so it's just older games. So if you haven't played Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 yet or something, then that will run in 4K for you, like an older game. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And like if
the
you
older
like,
game thing for me was always just service to the people who've already bought your console.
Yeah.
But like, I'm going to go out and I'm buying a PlayStation 4 Pro.
But you want like the latest games, probably.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm only buying that so I can play Star Wars with you.
Yeah. So
probably going myself as well.
Yeah.
But mostly, like, that's it. Like, I'm not going out to buy the PlayStation Pro so that I can play the game that I already have on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ones. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's the same with like that's why I'm asking about the Xbox exclusives, the new ones, because I'm like, why would I buy an Xbox to play Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah,
I have Red Dead Redemption. I have an Xbox 360.
Exactly. Yeah,
I can play it on that.
Yeah.
It's not going to cost me $700.
That's what Microsoft are missing the mark. They're not bringing out exclusive games. Yeah. And then I read a headline the other day. A new Uncharted game came out. And it's with this like a lead.
It doesn't have to be exclusive. Like, because I know Star Wars Battlefront's coming out on
Xbox
One.
Yeah.
So the only reason I'm getting on PlayStation is because you have it on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's where your friends play, basically. Yeah.
But if you're not bringing out a brand new top of the line game with your new console, what are you selling it on?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming in brand new. Like, the Pro's not new. I'm not brand new on that.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, I'm going that way because the brand new game is with it.
Exactly, yeah. And
I'm not just going to go out and buy it. So what the hell is Microsoft thinking?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They need more. But they do need more exclusive games as well, because even PlayStation, they had
Halo's run its course.
But they announced like there is going to be a new Halo, but you won't see it until next year. It's just like, but we knew there was. We knew there was going to be a Halo, Forza, and Gears of War. Those are those are their 3 games.
That's what you're holding on to.
It's like that's all they're holding on to. But in a way, Halo and Gears of War are kind of the same game. It's just like some brute.
I like Gears of War more than Halo. I've never liked Halo.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I like Halo multiplayer, but
yeah. Either game I'm not like a huge fan of, but
Forza, I wouldn't buy an Xbox for Halo. I never have.
Forza's coming out on PC. I'm quite interested in that, and that's out next month. That's out in September actually, so real soon. But
that's
anyway, so
the
bad thing is Crackdown, like cancelling that, and then not really kind of bringing the games, like new fresh games. Like, hey, I can only play that there, or I can play that first at least. Like that Shadow of Mordor. If they said like you can play this at Christmas and it'll be out on PlayStation in January. That's a good thing, People will be like, "Fuck, I want to play a Lord of the Rings game at Christmas," and then suddenly all your friends on PlayStation, how are you playing that? Oh, it's on Xbox. I'm gonna go out and get one. Little things like that, but they're not doing that. So the only other thing good that they're doing is like their backwards compatibility. So you can play like Xbox original games and Xbox 360 all on their console, and it looks and runs great. Whereas PlayStation, I've mentioned before, you can't play PlayStation 1 or 2 games, and you can only play a few PlayStation 3 games. But you could also argue that whoever has a new console just wants to play like the latest.
True.
Battlefront 2, and stuff
it's
like
a
that.
nice thing that I think PlayStation will probably incorporate going forward.
They will do eventually. They've got to. Because there's some old school, like what's a PlayStation 1 classic? Like I'd probably want to play Tekken 1 just to see what it's like, the original. But I can't. I need to literally buy a PlayStation 1 to do that. So yeah,
it's weird they can't figure that out. It seems like something that would be pretty easy.
It's to do with like emulation, and it might even have to do with like who published the games and whether you're allowed to emulate them, and maybe they have to pay for the rights or something. I don't know, but they've got the money, so. So that's kind of, and also you said you're going to get a PlayStation Pro. I'd put money on November when Xbox drops the console. PlayStation Pro goes down $100 or $50.
And Black Friday's then.
So Black Friday as well.
But that's the only problem is that Black Friday is the end of the month.
Yeah.
And game comes out on the 18th.
Yeah, super close.
So it's a week. So maybe we'll have to wait a week.
Honestly, I think November. I think the console comes out November the 3rd. I think November the 3rd, PlayStation Pro, or the beginning of November, PlayStation Pro goes down $75.
Okay.
And it'll just be a slap in the face. They can do that.
Right.
So, but Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that.
And once that's it, we're gonna have a Twitch or whatever stream.
Yeah,
of me and you playing it all night.
Big time. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be like a proper.
Back to my childhood.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get back to
playing Star Wars.
It's good to get back to like just bringing a game home, popping a disc in, and suddenly it's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Like this has been a good game.
Pew pew pew.
I did that a little bit last night. So last night I downloaded a game called Destiny. So Destiny 2. Is going to come out on the PC. Destiny 1 wasn't out on the PC. So I downloaded the beta. The beta's free. You can just give it a go. Man, I was really impressed with it. Like, it's made by the guys that did Halo, and it's also made by the guys that did Call of Duty. So they, I don't know, 5 years ago, there was like a big exit out of the Call of Duty office, and they formed this new studio. Yeah, man, I was really impressed with Destiny 2. It ran really well on the PC, and using a mouse and keyboard, which I love using just to play a game like that. Like, it just felt really good. So anyone wondering how Destiny 2 is on PC, because they're probably used to a console, like, download the beta. It's free to download. Give it a go. Super slick. Just runs really amazing. Even if you don't have a very good computer, I think it's going to run really nice. What was the other thing? Pub. Yeah, I wanted to get onto Pub. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
That's what it's called now. That's our
Pub. Yeah, that is the official name that people say, like the slang name. But it's sold over. I actually told my brother that. I was like, I was messaging him and said, I'm just playing Pub, and he was like, which pub are you at? He actually replied. He was like, which pub are you at? And I was like, no, I'm playing the game.
It's the game, is what it's called. You saw it at a touch.
Sold over 8 million copies, but here's the big one. It's now overtaken that game I was talking about, Dota 2.
You said that was the top of the Steam charts.
I know. Yeah. So now it's the most played game on Steam. So I'm going to go on my phone right now, and we'll be able to see how many people are playing it right now. So we know that it's sold over 8 million copies, but this is the cool thing with Steam, is you can go onto stats. So I'll go into stats.
Can you see your screen there? It seems very small out. So, like, if you want to use my screen, which wraps around the edge of the phone.
Funny enough, Dota's back in the lead there, but PlayerUnknown... No, it's not back in there. PlayerUnknown's still leading. So PlayerUnknown right now there's 300,000, but sometime today, 887,000 people were playing at the same time.
All in the same game.
In the same game.
The biggest, greatest game of murder ever.
It's just nuts.
That's a lot of games.
I still find a game like super fun.
Because there's 100 people a game, 300,000 people playing right now, so that's 30,000 games are happening right now.
Yeah.
30,000 winner chicken dinners happening.
Yeah, I still go into forums and people are posting their first chicken dinner. Like, I got it. Some guys are like, I've played it for like a month. Some guys have played it for a week. Some guys have been like, I've played this since the beginning and still haven't had a chicken dinner. So I think I got mine after like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so
we get it out.
Feel proud.
Yeah.
So
you were just basically playing it once every couple of hours as well. You didn't really try. You were just like...
I don't even know what my hour count is. Probably up to 50, 60 hours now. Maybe more. But it's just
56.
a great
game. It was 50, 60 last time I talked to you 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's into the hundreds.
But man, it's still a fun game. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fun game. If you load it up and you're like, I fancy playing this. I fancy doing an hour or two. And sometimes I have a game where I'm like wandering around for like half an hour. I've seen one person shot him. The next like 20 minutes is nothing, and you just get shot in the head. And I know some people. I've got a friend that would get so pissed off with a game like that. He'll just switch it off and be like, I'm done with this game.
Stupid
I don't like
game,
it.
Anyway.
Yeah,
it's got
stupid
graphics.
I'm just like, click it. Yeah. Let's go again. I'm gonna get those fuckers. So,
but that's what was his name? Crap, I forgot his name. The guy who made the Metal Gear Solid series.
The guy with the K. Yeah, I know.
Hidearo. Whatever.
Yeah,
Someone's shouting it out there. You guys know.
Yeah.
It. He created the Metal Gear Solid series. Does lots of games like that.
Yeah.
He always wanted to make a game where you get one go.
Right.
So you play the game, and if you die, the game shuts down, and you can never play it again.
Yeah.
I think I brought it up before when we were talking about Battleground. But his point was, you need games need you to have something invested.
Yeah.
And the more invested you are, the more you appreciate the game.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, like you said, you could play Halo or Call of Duty. You just endless recycles.
Well, that's the thing. You die and you don't really care. Whereas this one, it's like, I've invested 20 minutes of something.
A lot of games today, in that vein, are very much war of attrition. You can complete the game if you just keep playing. if you just get one more stage, one more checkpoint, one more thing, you get it. Whereas this, like, for a lot of the players who might have grown up with that, this is a whole new thing of like, oh, I don't get anything. I don't get a reward. Can I get like the gun I got? Like, no. Back to zero. Back to trying. Back to being thing. And then when you do get the winner chicken dinner moment, you just love it. Like, it's so brilliant. Like, I bet when you got it, like you were saying, there was the two of you left.
Man, my hand was shaking, and then I remember my wife was there, and she was just like, "Where is he? Where is he?" kind of thing. And I was like zooming in, and I remember in my hand, I was just like, "I can't speak to anyone. I can't." That's why we tried a podcast on it, and you can't really talk because you're so tense.
You're listening to every sound.
When I did see him, I was like clicking, like, you know. And to be honest, it was like 50-50 kind of. Like, he could have just shot me in the head, and I think I just got the last click in and got him. But the other thing about that game is it's early access. So it's a $30 game. That's a great price point for a game. It's not $80. $30 is much more appealable to like students as well and stuff. And it's for you to try their game out. Hey, it's not finished. It might be buggy. But let us know. And when it is buggy, we'll fix it. And also, if you have a recommendation, hey, the car should have horns, or you should be able to climb through that window. That's what it's all about. It's about the community, and that's what these guys have been doing. So they've got like, they're going to reach 10 million, like I'd say, in like a 2-3 weeks.
Well, we've praised Pub a lot, so now it's time to give them a kick.
Kick in the face.
You said they're delayed.
They are, well, I wouldn't say delayed, but basically every week they update. They have a patch every week, and now they've said, like, we can't do these patches every week because our quality assurance is going down. So they're saying, we're just going to patch it whenever we can. So it's been 2 weeks since they even released that statement. This has been 2 weeks of silence. So, and then it is being delayed until, they said, still Christmas, so it's still going to be 2017. But, and then people have been asking about the Xbox version. So that is the one Xbox thing. Yeah. So Xbox have that exclusive for a certain amount of time. Right. It will come to PlayStation, but it might, like, say it will come to PlayStation in, say, March. But you'll be able to play it at Christmas on Xbox. However,
see, that might if you're going to have
if you're going to have, and that's what they need. You see, those are the games they need. So I don't mind. Like the fact that you want to go to Xbox because of that, that's exactly the kind of stuff they need, you know?
Yeah.
And it's only like, again, get Shadow of Mordor on there as well. Yeah. Get like a new Halo, but launch it with your new bloody console.
Yeah, if you're not launching it with the console, like
people don't know what's going on. You're just going to have
this box in the store, and you're going to have like parents or whatever being like, oh, I should get John an Xbox.
So I've got this one and this one, this Xbox and this Xbox. What's the difference? Oh, they play the same games. What does this one do? Oh, it does $200 more.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
But then, you know, have you got a 4K TV? Yes. Okay, then you should go for that. And for someone like you, who I know wants to get one around Christmas or whenever, that probably is the choice you should go, because 4K and just future-proof yourself.
The future.
I wanted to talk about as well, you were talking about deaths. So when you die, you're gone.
I was talking about death. I'm a very morbid prick.
We always just talk about, like...
Don't you hate death?
Darkness. There's a game on PC, on PlayStation, exclusive to PlayStation and PC, but called Hellblade. And it's actually quite a depressing game about mental health. But you play this woman, and she's battling like these voices in her head. However, there's a really cool concept in the game. I think you would like it. Again, one of my mates would fucking hate it. So she gets taken over by these voices. Like the more the voices, like I guess you play through a single player and the voices get to her and stuff. But when you die in the game, your skin turns black a little bit. Like there's like these tentacles coming up your arms and stuff. The more you die, the more they take over your body. And if you die too many times, it kills you and erases your saves. And you start from the beginning of the whole game. Ooh. However, if you play through the game and you haven't died for a while, you heal up. And when I say heal up, it could be like, I haven't died for an hour, so you're completely healed. But then suddenly, I can only die like maybe 7 times, and then the darkness has taken me. But can you imagine being near the end of the game and you're like, oh my god, darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
the tension levels go right up.
Very difficult decision to put that into your game, but they did. I don't know if it's an option to say like turn that off. I don't think it is.
I think games have to go that way little bit.
Yeah, it was creative. I like it.
Or at least for one of the most popular games I haven't played it was Mass Effect.
Oh yeah,
like 1 and 2, and then 3 got shit kicked because because the whole point of Mass Effect was that you make a decision and then it has an effect afterwards. Like you're trying to save the universe, you're trying to save X, Y, and Z planet, and if you save planet X, you don't get to use Y and Z ever again.
Yeah.
So you're on this constant race of saving the universe, and as you do it becomes this like quest that can only be done the way you're doing it. It loops around, and like if you don't save this particular sector of the universe, well then you don't get access to their spaceships or whatever. Yeah. So that means you can't do this side mission or whatever. So you get to make your own path. But apparently in 3, it all just ends up in the same thing. No matter what fucking sequence, you end up in the same like 3 fucking moments, and it ends the exact same way. Yeah. And everyone's like, what was the point in the game?
Yeah, it's just like I wanted to have a different ending because I did all those things to work up to it.
So I think games have to sort of, because they're so big and they get so much into it, they have to go one of those 2 ways now. It's either ramp up the tension where everything's going to matter a lot, or make sure the game is very individualized. Totally. So that when you're playing your game, it matters to you.
Yeah, you need to have an experience where you play a game and you're like, oh, I climbed up the dinosaur's back and then I stabbed him in the head and I jumped down, but then there was like 3 other players from online there, and I'm like, I never had that experience. I went the right way. I went right. I was down in the sewers and stuff like that. And it's like we had 2 completely different gameplay experiences. And if you have the same one each time.
Because for me, that's what separates it from being a movie. It's the experience factor. Yeah. And if you look at the most popular games, World of Warcraft, PlayerUnknown's. Yeah. These are games that do that. Where nobody's ever going to play World of Warcraft like you did. Yeah. No one's going to be able to say, oh, I remember when I got this sword and I got this mission and I met these people and we went on this quest.
Yeah. It's got to be unique to you each time. So.
And the PlayerUnknown's is the other flip side of like everything matters. Yeah. Like if you get shot, that's it. It's game over, reset, go again.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's my favorite thing about it. Shot, grey screen, you're done. Yeah. Kind of thing. And there's no spectate either. And then another one is there's a long weekend coming up here, so I'm thinking about getting into. Do you know the game Quake? You must know
the
name
of it,
Quake. Yeah. Quake
it's like
is very
a Doom
PC
kind of game. Isn't it?
It's done by the guys that did Doom and everything. But
that's probably why it's a Doom type game. Yeah. Now I think about it.
Actually, funny enough, they released an update and you can play as the Doom character in it. But I'm probably going to buy Quake. There's this thing called Quake Champions, and it came out on early access, just like Pub is on early access. So I think it's $40 or $30, and you can try the game out. But it's done by a big studio, the guys that did Doom, obviously. But it just looks fun. It's going to bring back some like childhood memories and stuff. But you just play in an arena. It's a very fast-paced shooter. So I'll give my impressions of that next week. But I'm thinking about loading that up because Destiny, I think the beta ends towards the end of the week, and then I'm always going to be playing Pub. That's a great game. They're always
still twitching.
So.
I don't know if you're twitching or not.
Haven't twitched as much, no. So
gotta twitch yourself more.
Got old Twitch. And then just the other stuff was we did some VR, which you guys will see a lot more of that coming out. But I just thought we can chat about some of our things. So we played Lone Echo. Lone Echo is, for me, like the next step up for VR. So it's very hard to show, like we talk about this so much, it's very hard to show you guys why VR is so fun. Hopefully in our videos you'll see that because we've got a webcam, you'll be able to see us kind of waving around and stuff. So, but Lone Echo, for me, the reason why that's like next generation is you get to see your arms, like all of your arms and your legs. So you kind of float through space, you're on a space station, there's an anomaly outside, and you've got to find out what it is. It's got some great voice acting. It's got kind of like elements of a bit like Covenant in it, right, on the space station.
It does, yeah.
Also like sunshine and stuff like that. But anyway,
it looks
cool.
great too, and like the design of it, nothing looks like crappy and blocky. Yeah. Everything looks like someone sat down and designed it, and there's money behind it, and it's a game. Like it looks like a game.
Yeah. Every other experience we've played has always been, apart from like Batman and a couple other ones, have been like, hey, here's an experience.
They still seem very much like
you're restricted where you go.
This is where you are. This is what you're dealing with.
Like a demo. Whereas this was like you can float over here, and you're floating because you're in zero gravity. So if you push off like a surface and look down, you'll see your legs kind of float behind you, and then all your arms. That just really just makes you connect to that world. So that's just sweet. And also my favorite thing is in one of the rooms there's 3 seashells from Demolition Man. So you'll see our impressions on that game. What was the other one? Google Earth. That's super cool. And being able to change like the time of day, so you can like when you go down to your destination, it might be like nighttime, but if you just hold your trigger onto the sky and move your hand, the whole friggin' environment, the whole world just basically turns to dawn or dusk. With just swinging your arm.
It was good for the megalomaniacs out there.
I
control everything.
Yeah, just on top of a cliff top. Bow to me,
peasants.
And then what was the other one? Just the last thing is Valve, those guys from Steam. They are experimenting with next generation hand gloves. So basically,
Minority Report.
Basically, they got this new glove, which is awesome. It fastens to your hand, so it doesn't feel like it's almost like Velcro on the front of your hand, so it doesn't feel like you're holding a glove, and then or a controller. Sorry. So you just got your hands and they're free, and then it's got sensors on them, so you can move your individual fingers. So when you do grip, you are gripping something because there is something in the palm of your hands.
Gotcha.
But it's not dangling or relying on you to hold it there. So the advantage of that is with Oculus right now, we're always holding on to something. You constantly
got like a grip.
Yeah, you're always gripping. But then when you do pick something up, it feels great. With this one, it's like
you're just walking around and then you pick it up.
And you pick it up. But also with Oculus, really you've got like 2 fingers you can control and the rest of them are triggers. Where this one is every single finger. So that's going to be sweet.
Yes.
They've already demoed it and it looks awesome. So you'll see lots more VR stuff. In fact, most of the gaming stuff we've got coming is VR, but we do have some pub stuff and all that lot. But yeah, that is the gaming portion there.
Time for movies.
Time for movies and TV shows. Do you want to go into some movies? Do you want to talk about Game of Thrones?
Let's talk about movies because I don't know if you've seen any movies.
I've not seen any of the ones
so we're not talking about movies.
Not the ones we were supposed to. What have
you watched
I seen?
Baywatch?
So I watched Baywatch.
That's right. I threw you in there. I said, I
haven't seen Dunkirk.
Go watch Dunkirk. No, I watched Baywatch.
I watched Baywatch, please. So because that one was out on DVD. So I watched Baywatch.
I didn't have to get out of my bed to watch that one.
What else did I watch? Oh no, I didn't watch it, but the It movie's got a 360 experience. Anyone can go to it on their phones.
Okay.
Have you got a new phone?
Actually, I do have a new phone. It's got a good screen, so it'll probably be good for that 360.
For the 360, yeah. So you can use your Google Cardboard or whatever you want, but you walk down the road or something with the you're following the little paper ship, and I think it goes into the train, something along the lines. But anyone can try it out. And then also talking about the It film. This morning I was going out of Union Station, and there were loads
by a clown.
There were loads of little kids in the.
The most terrifying thing of all. Children.
They had no faces, and they were holding their. They were holding the balloons. So.
Oh no! He showed me a photo, folks. Oh my sweet Jesus!
So they were just holding the red balloons, and then if you
are they still there?
Yeah, I think they're all around there.
Oh, because I want to get a photo of that at nighttime. That would be terrifying.
Oh, that would be actually, yeah.
Because in the middle of the day, on like your sunny day, oh look at the cloud.
Well, the whole thing is,
if you're walking along at night, you're just like, "Hey kid, are you okay?" Jesus, it's got no face.
We should do that. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Billy, are you okay? Billy. It's always Billy. What was I going to say? Yeah. So if you do take a picture with it, hashtag. I think there's online there will be a hashtag that you do, and you can go see a private screening. I think next week. So of the film.
Oh yeah, so, September 8th. So
I believe so.
Yeah,
so maybe
the week after next.
Yeah. So
this weekend's the week ahead, and it'll be at the weekend after.
Oh yeah, and we'll actually go.
There's a new trailer came out. I didn't watch it.
No, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any trailers.
You saw the first one. You saw the first.
No,
one?
I just meant trailers, just in general.
No, I haven't watched any trailers. I
saw the first one
because everything that's coming out now is like trailer 3, trailer 4,
and you don't want it to ruin.
No, I'm not watching it.
Ruin
dickheads.
The other thing that I've been watching is a TV series called Animal Kingdom. Have you seen that? So
it's BBC?
No, it sounds like it's a documentary. It's on Netflix, and it's got kind of Sons of Anarchy kind of vibes to it.
Okay.
It's like a family and brothers, and they're into some kind of dodgy shit.
Stuff, yeah.
But it's kind of got me hooked. So I'm
Anybody in it?
gonna be watching that. Anyone in it that we know?
Oh wait, is this a British show?
Nope, no, it's American.
I'm thinking of
The only
woman
woman I recognise in it, and I don't know her actor name, but she's in. Do you remember Ocean's 13, where Matt Damon's seducing that woman?
Oh yeah, Ella Barkin.
Yeah, she is the mother in it. She's one of the main actors.
She's good. I like her.
So yeah, and then apparently one of the guys, because the reason why I say it's similar to Sons of Anarchy in two ways is the family and the kind of drugs and whatever, but the other thing is like the boys are got long hair and stuff, so they're kind of a bit like biker dudes a little bit. But one of those guys was in Vikings as well, apparently. But that's super super cool show. Recommend that. I know season 2's out, but it's not on Netflix. But yeah,
it'll be there eventually.
Been getting through that.
Well, we're on Netflix. Do you want to talk about The Defenders?
Oh yes, The Defenders.
Did you watch it?
Yep, I watched all of The Defenders.
All of it.
So
we got
seen the whole thing.
So we've got The Defenders,
I forgot that.
and we've missed 3 weeks of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
So we have a lot of talking to do. So have you got any more news? Because I've got a bunch of news on DC, and
you should get it out. You should get it off your chest. I just got one.
Fucking DC though. Come on, give me a break.
I guess the only news because I just bundled them all together, and it's not really news, but Tom Cruise getting hurt on his MI6
on Mission Impossible 6.
So because I know that he likes to do some crazy stunts, and I know that.
And now we've still got the bullshit with the mustache.
Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe
what's
going to
happen
CG
now.
it out.
But this is the thing. Are they going
I'll tell you what's going to happen. That's all I'm going to be looking at.
But this is the thing. Now that he's got, for anyone who doesn't know,
is this your DC shit now?
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Henry Cavill's in the new Mission Impossible movie, and he has a mustache. But he also has to do reshoots for Justice League, where he's not supposed to have a mustache.
Yeah.
But the guys at Paramount who own Mission Impossible say he's not allowed to shave it. So instead, Warner Brothers are going to have to CG off his mustache.
And they don't really have a big problem with it. Like, we'll just CG off. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
But we had this talk of somebody over there must have been in a fight. With the lawyers must have been in a fight being it's easier to put a mustache on than take it off.
I'm guessing to fake what was already there, maybe?
I think the two bosses...
Yeah.
One of them Warner Brothers and one of them a fucking Paramount. They just had a wrestling match, or they had a rock paper scissors fight. Because they don't give a shit. They're like, $4 million to CG off his mustache. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let's have a midget throwing contest, and whoever wins, they get to decide what happens with his mustache.
Yeah.
And it just so happened Paramount won. So Warner Brother guys like, all right, we'll CG off the mustache.
It's
stupid.
I guess the other way it could go, and I don't really know how these conversations go, but like Warner Brothers,
midget trolling. That's how
DC are basically like, we messed up. We need to reshoot. He's already doing Mission Impossible. We need Henry right now, and they're like, he's filming our shit. We need Henry. Here's like 100 million. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then they were like, but he's got a mustache. We'll just CG off or whatever. Like maybe it's just like so important that they're kind of like.
Oh, it's obviously important for Warner Brothers, but the problem is, like, you take Suicide Squad, and you can watch in Suicide Squad Rick Flag. Not Jay Courtney. Fuck, who was it? The RoboCop, Joel Kinnaman.
Right.
If you watch the movie closely, he's got 3 or 4 different haircut styles.
Sure.
Because he had to come back for all these reshoots while he was shooting other shit.
Right.
But haircuts you can fudge. You're just like, he puts a hat on or whatever. But with a mustache, just cut the mustache off and then put a fake mustache on.
But then maybe it's a certain mustache that is going to look way too obvious that it's changed. I don't know.
But would it? How amazing is Henry Cavill's mustache?
I don't know.
Because you take
you would think that was easier,
Emilia Clarke, she does whatever movie.
Put a mustache on her.
She puts a mustache on when she goes back to play Daenerys. Everyone knows this. She's got a big dirty mustache. She looks like a porn star from the 80s.
Not everyone knows this. She also plays Bronn as well.
She also plays Bronn, because they just put... But this thing, they wigs and hair everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. So why is the mustache the thing that they said, no, we'll CG that? It has to be something between like the executives.
Yeah.
They just had like
it's
a fucking
big ass joke.
It is. It's a joke, or it was like a pissing contest. And it's like
Henry's winning.
Cut it off. Just cut it off, and we'll pay for the CGI.
Yeah.
And they're like, because that's probably cheaper. They probably said it's cheaper if we pay you the CGI it'll cost to put his mustache back on.
I wonder if they can like scan his face 360 all the way around, then cut it off, and then suddenly get that captured footage. And
if there's anybody out there who's a CGI guy, like you do your design thing, but a CGI guy, is it easier to take off a mustache or put one on?
Yeah.
I know what I think is easier.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's easier to like blur the bloody face so that
it's possible. We don't know. Maybe the scene.
Because you gotta do the whole lip thing. The lip's gotta go up.
Knowing them, knowing DC, it's a nighttime shot. He's probably talking to Batman.
It's in the rain.
It's in the rain, and someone's like, yeah,
half his face is in shadow.
Put a bit of hair coming down there. So.
No, in DC, the shot's gonna be from like the nose up anyway, because he doesn't have to smile. He's a miserable prick.
He is, yeah. He doesn't want to be.
Anyway, that was way off course.
Well, you kind of the reason why I mentioned the Tom Cruise thing was because a stunt actor died on Deadpool 2, unfortunately, and then we also heard about that stunt actor on bloody Walking Dead. I just coupled them all together. It's just happened to have like within a month or 3 weeks, all of those things happened. Yeah. So, but
Cruise is going to be out for a few weeks to maybe a few months, they say.
Yeah, kind of reminded me.
So I think Cavill might actually shave the mustache.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
maybe that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what happened. They deliberately sabotaged Tom Cruise.
I heard Cruise, it was jumping between buildings or something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there was a false report because the video came out. He jumps from one building to another and he kind of like lands, so he's holding on to it.
Yeah.
Against a podcast, no one can see me.
Yeah.
But like if you're on the ledge of a building, it's like from the chest up, his arms are holding on,
and
then he climbs up. But people thought that was the mistake. He was supposed to just make a clean jump.
Sure.
Like he's just going to go from one building to the other.
Yeah.
But no, the stunt was he jumps and doesn't quite make it. But he'd done it like 3 or 4 times. And then what happens, like on the next take, he did it again, but he just landed badly.
Yeah.
And he hit the wall.
Yeah.
But it was a perfect take.
Yeah.
So the director was saying this. He said Tom knew he couldn't get another take because his leg was or his ankle was broken.
Yeah.
So he got up and finished the stunt.
Oh shit!
And the director's like, "Shit, what happened to you?" Because he was like limping. You can see the footage. He limps over the building, and then they call cut, and he's just like,
yeah.
And the director's like, "You all right?" He's like, "I broke my ankle. We can't do another one. I hope you got that."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh shit, I better put that in the movie."
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that movie's getting delayed, but they say it's still on course for the release date.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Star Wars with
old Harrison Ford.
Our friend's leg, on the door. Fucking Chewbacca closed the door on him. So tried to get rid of him. That's the rest I had for that. For
well, the DC news to get quickly into it was just. Actually, you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I was mad about it when I first heard it because DC are all over the place.
Furious,
but. I kind of like the fact that DC might have accepted that they're shit at what they're doing.
Okay.
And they're going a different way.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard this, but it started off when the director of Batman, said that the new movie isn't going to be connected to Justice League. It's going to be its whole new thing.
Right.
It's a whole new Batman.
Okay.
And then everyone freaked out. It was like, whole new Batman, so it's not Affleck. He's making a brand new Batman movie that's in its own universe with no Justice League. And then obviously it snowballed.
Right.
And he came in and said, no, Affleck's Batman, it's fine. It's just that it's not going to be connected to the Justice League. It's not going to be one of those Marvel things of like, oh, last week I met Wonder Woman and we were talking. So he says it's not like that. That's all he meant.
Okay.
But DC have now come out and said that the Batgirl movie that Joss Whedon is doing is its own thing. It's not the Ben Affleck Batman.
Right.
And then they said that they're trying to get Martin Scorsese, director of movies like Goodfellas and Wolf of Wall Street, the legend, to do a Joker movie, an origin movie with the Joker, which will not be Jared Leto.
Oh.
It's just going to be its own story.
Oh, interesting.
Because for me, I'm like, DC realized they're shit at doing a Marvel verse.
Yeah.
So they're just going to be like, they're just going to make their own thing.
If they focus on one person, they can.
And I'm like, that's not bad. I kind of like that. Like if you told me they're going to make a Jared Leto origin movie, I'd punch you in the face. I don't need to know when he got his tattoos.
Yeah.
But if you say Martin Scorsese's going to make a movie that's just its own movie, and it might not even have Batman in it, it's just the Joker. I'm like, that'd be cool.
I think that's what DC need to do anyway. They
like
need to
Taxi
focus.
Driver, but with fucking clown makeup. Like, it'd be crazy.
They need to focus on one, maybe two characters instead of, like Justice League introducing these characters so quickly and then having these enemies and more than one enemy. It's just like, and it almost felt like they were playing catch up with Marvel. Whereas if it sounds like they're going back to their roots, let's just focus on the one hero. Yeah. He's got one villain, and let's do it right. And then eventually those movies could.
I'm kind of worried about some things, but on the other hand, DC, compared to Marvel, DC's universe in the comics is very much, there's lots of dimensions. Yeah. There's lots of weird shit. There's a Batman from bloody World War II. There was a Nazi, and Superman was raised in Russia, and there's all that kind of stuff. Injustice, the whole Injustice game is like a different universe. Yeah. And Flashpoint is like, he goes back and he resets the universe, and now Batman's dad is Batman and all this. Yeah. So like DC, if Jeff Johns is now in charge, could just be leaning into it being like, we're just going mental. We're just going off the deep end. Yeah. What movie do you want to make? All right, you want to make Nightwing? Here you go. No, you can get a brand new actor in. We're going to have 5 Batmans. We're going to have Ben Affleck and 3 other fuckers. Yeah. And I'm like, could be all right. Because the thing for me, in terms of movie quality, if you were Matt Reeves and they said you're going to make, or you said you're going to make a Batman movie that's a detective story. We talked about this. Where it's just like a small Batman solving a crime thing. Yeah. It's not Batman saving the world thing. DC are going to be like, nope. We need $1 billion movie. Batman's the biggest name we have. Yeah. You need to have a big actor. You need to have a big bad guy villain. Like you said, big ending and all this. But if you say, no, Ben Affleck's your big Batman. Yeah. This is little Batman. Little Batman's going to cost $50 million. And it's going to be like, The Usual Suspects, but with Batman. You'd be like, I'll watch that. I'll watch that every day of the week. And if you turn around and you say, I'm going to make Flashpoint, and we're going to have a different timeline where like there's different Jokers and all this. Like, right. Yeah, I'll watch that too. Yeah. I think for me as a comic fan, it's great. As a movie fan, it could be great. Right. But I'm really worried about, is the general audience willing to accept it? I think they might be.
Yeah, I think they're kind of done with what's
trying to make sense of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Justice League will be the determining factor, I guess, but it sounds like they're already mixing things up.
Yeah, X-Men makes no fucking sense.
No, it
People
doesn't.
Still don't watch that. Yeah. Deadpool makes no sense, really. Yeah. Takes the piss out of like, oh, is this Stewart or is this the other McAvoy? Yeah. So I think in terms of comic book movies, people might have gone to the stage of it's just another movie. Yeah. I don't need to know anything else. And if you tell me I don't need to know anything else, I can just go in and watch it. Yeah. Fine, I'll do that. Yeah. So DC might still screw up Justice League. Who knows? We don't know. Yeah. It could be shit. Could be fine.
We don't have long to wait for that one. Is that November or?
Yeah, December 3rd.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Right. It's like 2 weeks after Thor.
Right. Yeah.
So could be real shit.
I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Like, that's the double-edged sword with Justice League, is it could be a good movie, but if it's not as good as Thor, you're kind of like, oh shit. Yeah. You had a full team and it's not as much fun as this.
Yeah, I never really thought about it that way, but I guess Marvel, they must know like what they're up against, and like basically Thor is up against Justice League. That's what's happening. Like you could say like maybe it's up against their Avenger film, but they're so close to each other that so Thor has to be pretty good and confident.
And as it's getting closer, you can see like Thor is a very short movie, Marvel movie.
I think it's the shortest one, they said. Yeah.
And then you have Justice League, which might be 3 hours.
I know.
And you've got Thor, crazy. Which is lots of colour. The Hulk's making his jokes.
You got DC with their traditional saturation, bring it down 50%.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's very clear that Thor is short, funny, and bright. Yeah. And Justice League is dark, long, and epic.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And if it's not good at that, people are going to just be like, no, fuck you. Yeah. Because you've had Wonder Woman, which was kind of bright, but then you had Spider-Man Homecoming, which is just out of this world. Like for me, but in terms of like box office and all that, brought Spider-Man back up. He's doing fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you have Thor, which is again bright and happy.
Yeah, it's a nice way of putting it in that light of it's just like cheery and kind of happy and funny, whereas it's dark. I have to admit, I do like the DC grain, like that saturation in the grain. I love it. You just have to do it right. So we'll
it's
wait
also
and
because
see.
their first movie out the gate was Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is Superman a dull prick?
Yeah.
And then their next movie was Batman v Superman, where they're both dull pricks. And,
it,
that's not a character.
It made it
that's
even
just
worse.
The look of them. I'm like,
Man of Steel had a little bit of brightness in it, and then Batman vs Superman, it was like very, very dark.
Yeah, and it's the thing with like Marvel movies is they're too bright, maybe. But it's very easy to go from too bright to dark. It's very hard to go from dark to bright.
Yeah.
And I know this is not like an in-depth storytelling issue, but it's like you can make Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
And then you can make a darker kind of Captain America Civil War.
Sure.
But it's very hard to go from Captain America Civil War to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
If you've established that as being the bottom, the start point.
Spider-Man definitely was the brighter of one of the most bright ones. And then
I remember people talking about Wonder Woman. They're like, oh, it's it's so vivid and colorful. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, just compared to some of the others.
Compared to the other ones, when she walks across the battlefield and she's all colorful, everyone's like, oh man, it looks like a real hero. I'm like, yeah, but seriously, like, it's only because the first 30 minutes of that movie happens in sunshine that you're amazed by it.
I thought Marvel did a pretty good job of Age of Ultron. That was a fairly dark film, actually. Like, Ultron really messed them up. So, like, I'm not just talking like actual brightness and darkness of the colors, but also just the mood of the film. That's quite a dark film, whereas the first Avengers is like super
bright,
awesome, super bright. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But good old Marvel Defenders.
The Defenders.
Yeah,
if you want to talk about dark and gritty, like
I don't have a crazy amount of time, so when I watch shows and stuff, so I watched all of Defenders, and there was 8 episodes. I don't. I don't usually watch like episodes like that. Like I say, Animal Kingdom's another one which I'm like binge watching. However, Defenders, I wasn't actually too keen on it.
Right.
I don't know if that's because I haven't seen Luke Cage or Iron Fist. One thing I will say, Iron Fist is fucking useless. And he's, like, I heard that he was useless in the TV show before.
Yeah.
I hear that he's a bit better in this one, but he's still useless in this
useless.
one. He's useless. But I just didn't have that connection with the characters. I found it took a while to get into as well. The first 2 episodes, like, they were bringing them together, which I can understand because it was mainly for people like me that haven't seen that. They were bringing the characters together. If everyone had seen all of the other previous shows, they probably could have brought them together within the first episode. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, as I say, maybe when we were talking about the Avengers movie, they'd all sort of seen most of them.
Yeah. So, but I did. And by like episode 3 and 4, and they were in like that Chinese restaurant, and Iron Fist confronted them in the boardroom and stuff. That it's started to get really cool. But it just didn't really have the payoff at the end for me either. Like, I thought it was like very predictable with like Elektra and what's his face, Daredevil. I was just expecting a little bit more. I think what happened with me was every time there was a fight scene, and they were kind of cool, and I know it's a TV series and it's not a movie, but I felt like by episode 7 or 8, whenever I saw a fight scene, I was just like, it's going to be the same. It's going to be throw him over, do this, do that, and then and then that person will go next, and that one, I don't know. It was a bit predictable, especially like the very ending with the crumbling of the building and stuff. But overall, I think the dynamic of all of them kind of worked. Having Luke Cage, because I think Luke Cage and Iron Fist in the comics, they're like buddies in the comic.
Yeah, they got their own heroes for hire.
I could feel that dynamic was pretty cool. Sigourney Weaver, she was awesome. Really liked her. I liked her kind of like her hand. All the guys, they were pretty sweet as well. So it definitely had some, and then like the fight scenes, and Daredevil was awesome, and Jessica Jones. Those 2 people for me kind of carried it. But like I said, only seen Daredevil and a bit of Jessica Jones, so I hadn't seen the other
Yeah.
ones. So, but those two,
It's kind of weird because it's not a season in a show. It's its first season.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like season 5 in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Because you've had 4 shows. No. Yeah, you've had 5 shows. 5 seasons before this. You've had two Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah.
And then each of the others have had 1. So this
Jessica Jones had only 1?
She's had 1, and then Cage, and then Iron Fist.
Okay.
So it's like she's getting her second one. They're all getting second ones.
I thought I had, yeah.
Which is something else we can talk about. But yeah, it's like the 6th season. But it's still got that weird thing of like the team have to come together in the first 2.
Yeah.
So for people who haven't seen anything,
yeah,
that makes sense. And for people who have seen everything, it's kind of like, just get on with it.
Yeah.
And it still felt like 8 episodes was too many episodes.
I think it was by the end of episode 3 or even 4 where it really started going somewhere.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was 1 episode too long. So
once it got going, it was good.
It was, yeah. I was into it. I was into it all the way up till basically the end. It's just the last episode, like 7 and 8/8. I was expecting a bit more out of it, and again, I was getting a little bit bored with the fight scenes.
Yeah.
They was just starting to become like the same kung fu, and someone shooting, but okay, just roll out the way or something like that. So, but then I can appreciate that it is a TV show and they've got lower budgets and stuff, so they did a really good job of like the characters coming together, like a bit like Avengers kind of thing. So that was good to see. And there were some great scenes, like the boardroom scene where he confronts them, like for the first time in Sigourney Weaver. But I'm trying to think.
They tried a lot to make Iron Fist cool in this, which is what I thought.
God, he's useless.
But then I found out that this was filmed before Iron Fist series.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
That's like, it just shows how bad the Iron Fist series was.
Right.
That I thought they did a better job fixing him here, but they didn't even fix him here.
Yeah.
It's just he was more humanized in this one.
Sure.
Like when he would do something stupid, the rest of them would just be like, stop being an idiot. But it was still like, that whole scene that really pissed me off obviously it's all spoilers for this, we didn't say it, but obviously.
Yeah.
Do you know the scene where it's revealed that he is the key to opening the thing? And everyone's like, all right, Danny, we have to get you out of here because you're dangerous if you're around. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay and fight. This is my destiny. And you're just like, are you a fucking moron? Like, if your destiny is to defeat the Hand, then all you have to do is not be here. Yeah. And they lose. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the dickhead punching your way through the thing. And like, nobody called him out on that. Of just go away and you win.
Yeah.
That's it. And then like he's tied to the chair and he's all like, oh no, I can't believe it. And you're like, shut up. And it's maybe because I saw this show.
Yeah.
But now that you haven't seen his show.
No.
And you know that he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
And it's like, the actor's fine. But the character, they balls him up really bad. And like I said, he's useless in terms of fighting.
And even at the end with the door, and then Elektra kicks him into it. It's like, are you dumb?
Don't make the fist.
I know. Yeah, that was it. It was the fist. And it was like, oh, I'm going to make this and I'm going to punch it. I was like, that's where it just like, it lost me.
Yeah, that's the point where it's like, there's got to be a way to get there.
Yeah.
That doesn't involve you doing that.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the Wolverine, which is crap, but they need to get his claws.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know that, and we don't know that. And what happens is the girl says to him all this shit that pisses him off.
Yeah.
And he gets angry and his claws come out. Then they lock the clamp down and then they cut the claws off.
Yeah.
That could have happened with Danny. Except from like episode 6, they know he's the guy who opens the fucking vault. If he makes his fist, that opens the vault.
Yeah.
We know all this, and he still does it. And you're just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You dumb fucking thundering idiot.
He was already dumb most of the way through that season, but then at the end when he just did that fist and they were like, okay, now she's going to grab his hand and then throw it into the door. And he was just useless as well at his fighting. Like he made that fist and it was just didn't really do anything, to be honest. Like he punched numerous people, and it was just so dumb.
He punched Luke Cage, which was fun, but
but just the way that he'd do it, and he was like, "I need to get my chai or whatever it is."
Chai,
chai.
Get his tea.
It just, I don't know. He actually, in a way, just ruined it. To be honest,
like he's really bad from the comic version in nearly every way. His character is really bad. The character in the comic is much lighter. He's more fun.
Yeah.
And he's not as much of a whiny prick. But there's also the fighting aspect. Like, Iron Fist is as good as everyone on that team combined.
Yeah.
Like, he should be taking on 50 people.
That's what I was told, but from what we saw there,
he's no better than Daredevil.
Oh yeah, he was the worst out of them.
Yeah.
Like I felt coming out of that Daredevil was the better fighter. Yeah. Like, I know he can make the fist and probably just blow him away, but without that fist...
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the fist is supposed to take him to the next level.
Yeah.
But he's
already supposed to be pretty good.
He's supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
Like, he should be able to take on Captain America.
Right.
And he's normal. He's not superhuman.
Yeah.
But he's so skilled, so acrobatic, so fucking in tune with everything. He's just like...
Yeah.
Take everybody down. And everyone's like, holy shit balls, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and if I concentrate and focus my chi, so it's more than just being physically the best, he's also spiritually centered. And then he gets his fist and he goes, pow, and he knocks the shit out of somebody. Then you're like, that's why he's superhuman. But on his own, he's like, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And if I was to write the show, here's the if I could fix it scenario. All I would have done is, if you want to keep him as a whiny prick and a baby and have emotional issues, do that. But keep the fact that he's an unbelievable fighter. Because then you got this great contrast of this guy who can't control his emotions.
Yeah.
And if he loses it, nobody can fucking put him down. Whereas, like, when he loses against the defenders, it's like Daredevil's like, just stop, kid.
Yeah.
Knocks him the fuck out.
I know.
Whereas if Danny Rand is like this kid that's trying to concentrate, and then he has like a loose temper and he snaps.
Yeah.
He could just go off and beat the shit out of 100 people.
Yeah. And
no one would be like, what the fuck do we do?
I have to also say, I'm not 100% on the actor either.
No.
I thought he was alright.
He's alright, but like he didn't have anything to do.
But it's possible that they just wrote the character so badly that it might have ruined it. I'd like to give him a chance, but
I feel really bad for like the other actors because all of them are great.
Yeah, really, they really
do. And all their shows are great.
Yeah.
And they have to like carry him now.
I'm guessing it's just a costume thing, but with Luke Cage, like, he always has the yellow hoodie. Is there
his original?
Is there something behind that?
You saw the show, Luke Cage?
No, I only watched like an episode or two. I never watched it.
Okay, it's like episode 3 or 4. They do like the comic version, which is like it's a yellow T-shirt.
Oh, so they explain
it. He's got like a cuffs and he's got.
Because I know that that's his look in the comics, but that's pretty much like.
So for this, they kind of just gave him the yellow hoodie. Yeah.
Okay, but yellow isn't like.
Yellow's his color, but
it's just okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if there was a reason behind it or something like.
It's kind of like giving him the costume without giving, because he's not the kind of guy who's going to wear a costume.
Yeah.
And same with like Iron Fist at the end, they have him in like at the very very end when he's on the rooftop.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that like a tracksuit greeny yellow.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like his outfit, which is a yellow green.
Yeah.
I thought a nice thing to do in this season would have been, because one of the things with the costume. I don't understand why they didn't do this. Like, this is a real thing, because a part of the problem with the show is that the actor cannot fight, so they're always having to like do something stupid, like he puts up a hood, and then that's the stunt guy. Like, there's this one scene that's really really obvious where he's just walking down this alleyway and he puts his fucking hood up for no reason, and then a fight breaks out, and then he takes the hood back down. It's obviously there's just a stunt guy.
Yeah.
And I get that, and you can cover it up with Daredevil because he's got a mask.
Sure.
But for this, they could have seen, okay, that's a problem we've had in the show. How do we get around it without it making look stupid, putting a mask on? It's easy. The first time he sees Daredevil, he's wearing a scarf.
Right.
Matt Murdock has the scarf on to hide his face.
Yeah.
And then he has the mask on. And then I thought they were building to it. Danny Rand sees the costume. He's like, that's pretty cool. And I thought it was a great moment. And Luke Cage's like, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
when he has the fucking
Daredevil
costume on finally.
Yeah.
And then when you have, spoiler alert again, Matt Murdock sacrifices himself. I thought it would have been some sort of tribute for Danny to put on a yellow mask.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And then you have the actor wearing a fucking mask.
Of course, yeah.
And then you can start giving him a better stunt guy to do better fights for season 2.
Yeah.
And they seem to go that way.
Yeah.
And then at the end, his costume's just a tracksuit.
Yeah, he's just like, sitting there.
You know the problem. You know what the issue is, that this character is boring as fuck, whiny, and can't fight. Yeah. You could fix one of them right now.
I'm surprised he's getting a second season, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's just a way. Netflix don't care. They make money.
Yeah.
They can fucking throw their money on anything. Stranger Things season 2's coming out and that shit.
Yeah, I think.
That's a good joke. That's good.
They've already announced season 3 of that. Yeah. Which bugs me when they do that, because it's like, well, thanks. Season 2 must end somehow. Not that they were going to bomb it anyway, but still. No. But no, I think overall for Defenders, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't usually watch a whole season like that. I was bored of the fighting by the end of it. I just thought they could mix it up. Yeah. And then I was just bugged by Iron Fist. He was that bratty kind of. He's obviously supposed to be rich, a bit like a Tony Stark. Yeah. I keep wanting to say that now. But yeah, just he pissed me off. And
he's not even that good kind of dickish billionaire.
No, he's exactly. Like you want to kind of be like, oh, he's a dickhead, but I like him. Yeah. Kind of thing. Like basically Tony Stark. But
everything good about him in this season was everything that should have happened in his show. Yeah. Like Luke Cage calling him out, being like, you're a millionaire. You were born a millionaire. Yeah. You were always going to be able to change people's lives. That kind of shit. Yeah. And you see him being like, oh fuck yeah. And then like it clicks in his head and he goes to the corporation being like, where's the hand? that like real simple thing of like, oh yeah, I'm rich. Yeah. I can just find them because I'm rich. Yeah. And that's when he has his boardroom thing. Like that's the good stuff. Yeah. Because he can't fight.
No, I know.
Like just get rid of that part.
He's supposed to be,
Put a mask on him.
He punched a dragon. Punched a dragon.
I do like that. I agree.
I like everyone laughing about that as well.
Yeah, everyone taking a piss at him like, so what's that thing? It's I focus my chi. No, you don't. No, you don't. Jeez, you took magic pills or something. Sure. Yeah. I'd recommend it if you like the other Marvel stuff. Yeah. But there's a lot of things that falls down. A lot of stuff I liked. I liked there's a couple of twists at the end I liked. I didn't think they were going to kill Matt Murdock. So for a long time there I was like, maybe they did. Yeah. Because it's kind of thing that like on the Netflix shows. Yeah. You could get away with that. Yeah. Like, people might complain being like, Daredevil's my favorite. But it's like, it's a kind of thing of like, you could kill the TV show. It doesn't affect the movies.
Yeah. They could have done like, done that and not announced anything. Do Jessica Jones. At the end of Jessica Jones, he's there. And then announce his next season. Maybe that could have been cool. But I felt like just, him in the hospital bed and stuff at the end was a little bit cheese. But
I'm getting a little bored of the Netflix system. Like I said, the fighting is like a couple of bits I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Do you remember when Daredevil first came out? Like the fight scenes down those corridors and stuff were like awesome. Like, this is great. And they had the same stuff in this. It's just by the end of it I was just a little bit like, it's kind of like the same scene. It's like I could just see them all.
That bugged me was, if you're going to have 4 people like that, they should have had them working together better. Yeah. There should have been more stuff of like,
I think so,
them fighting off each other. Yeah. Because that would have made it fun. Yeah. Like they kind of tried a couple of moments here and there that were okay. But mostly it was just like, oh, somebody's shooting a machine gun. Luke Cage will stand in the way and then... Yeah,
exactly. But it's like even when they were coming down in the lift and then they were like, I've got an idea, Yeah. Like basically your idea was, I'm just going to climb on top of this thing and I'll sneak out. Yeah. I was expecting something a little bit more. I was expecting either like a really nice one-liner or something, but I can't even remember what Jessica Jones says, but all you see is them just swing out from the side. Yeah. I was like, that was predictable. I thought it would be like, I have an idea and then something funny happens or I don't know, whatever it is.
It's just the thing of the writers don't quite want to make the shows like it should be. Like for me, that moment when it's just, I've got an idea. Yeah. It should have been like, they turn off all the lights.
Yeah. Something like,
Daredevil's
what's going on?
Can see anyway.
So, yeah.
Daredevil can fight in the dark. That's his big advantage. Yeah. Like when he goes into a fight, he turns off all the lights. Yeah. And then like you can't fight in the dark. And that's why this one regular guy can be like one of the most effective fighters in New York. Because no matter how good a fighter you are, he could fight you in the pitch dark and beat the shit out of you because you can't fight back.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was going to be they turn off all the lights and Matt is the one who has to tell everybody what to do.
Right.
So he has to just shout to Luke Cage going, there's 4 of them right ahead of you, just run right at them. And like he can't see them, but he just does it.
Yeah.
Because he knows Matt knows that it's there.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Jessica Jones. You'd be like, okay, I need you to punch 3 feet ahead, take 2 steps to your left and do it again. And then she does that and she takes him down. And then what you have is you have Matt and you have Iron Fist, these super ninja guys back to back, just bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
And then like then you have the moment where his fucking...
He can glow the room up.
Close the room up when his fist lights up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that, to me, seemed to make sense.
Yeah.
Based on what you're dealing with.
Take it off the shelves.
Take it off the shelves. I don't know. I expected more from it.
Yeah.
But what I got was... I watched it all. I was entertained. That
was the thing. It was entertaining. I watched it all. So that's saying something as well.
All right, on to something really good.
Yeah. GOT. I actually don't like saying GOT or GOT.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, it just needs to be Game of Thrones. Yeah, so I think we have 3 episodes to catch up on.
We definitely have the last one.
So what was the last one?
And then we have the one before that, which I text.
For sure.
The leak.
Yeah, the leak. That was hilarious. We'll tell them that story. But
the one before
and then the one before that, was that the dragon one where they were attacking the armies?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
that's the 3 we have, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can go.
We'll just go through the whole bloody season. It's over now.
We'll go through the whole fucking thing, yeah. Well, what was your thoughts on it all in general?
It's definitely a TV show now.
Yes.
That's
like
what I
the
feel.
way they're traveling through, I say traveling through time, they technically are.
Yeah,
compared to the other seasons. So what was a regular season? Is it 12 or 15 or something? Episodes?
No, it was 10.
Was it? It was 10.
Yeah.
And now
they'd split it. They have like a mid-season thing, like a 5, and then they do a yoke.
So this one was 7, and I know the last ones are longer.
Yeah.
And I know that the next year's, or actually I'm hearing rumours it might even be 2019.
2019, yeah. I think it will be 2019.
So 6 episodes. But yeah, like they're like for someone like John to get over to like another island or whatever, like it literally is 2 scenes and he's over there. Yeah. Or they're writing a scroll.
Like they did that in the final episode. It'll take us 2 weeks to get up there. Like in the old show, that would have been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It would have been like for 2 episodes, John wouldn't have been seen, and then like the next episode, he'd become a land like, I've landed on the land. It's like, no, he's there. He's done.
I actually have to admit, I find it a little too quick at some points compared to what we're used to watching.
The scale of things.
I feel like it was way too long in some of the other seasons, but I feel like some scenes are too quick in this one. I make a running joke about this, but what are those bloody White Walkers been doing? They're going round in circles, round a roundabout or something? It's taking their friggin' time.
I did hear something that explained this, because we don't know the books too well. Yeah. But apparently the wall isn't ice.
It's got magic powers.
It's got magic.
Yeah.
So they can't go near it.
Oh.
That's why they didn't go near it until they had what they had. Well, with spoilers, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Until he got the dragon, he couldn't get past the wall.
So here we go. We got the dragon who's breathing blue fire.
Blue, fiery, icy fire.
But the wall's still got magic.
But the dragon was magic before.
Yeah.
So as far as I understand it, the dragon came from south of the wall.
Yeah.
Magic south of the wall. Went past the wall.
Right.
And now it can blow the shit out of the wall.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
the wall keeps everything north of the wall out.
Yeah.
So that's why they can't get past it.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense. I mean, there's going to
also
be so
dragons are magic as they are, so it's probably doing whatever it wants.
I heard someone was saying like it looks like the Ice King's riding the dragon or commanding the dragon better than Daenerys, and I'm like, well, he does have full control of it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like so he would do. Like he literally has full control of the
dragon.
He
can do whatever he wants
like,
to it.
I want your big toe to be up, But
so the season as a whole for me, obviously the TV show has gone very different than the books.
Yeah.
In terms of who's still alive, who's not alive, who met who.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff in the book that has not even gone near it. So on that aspect, it's different than the books, but it's also, you can feel it. Like if you watch season 1 to 5, you can feel that that's George R. Martin's world.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Ned Stark's real cool. He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to introduce this guy. We're going to kill him.
Yeah.
We're going to kill him real good. But now the show is like
you said,
TV
it's
show
a TV
writers.
Show. Yeah.
It's like, who's a bad guy? Ramsay Bolton. Let's kill him.
Yeah.
Who's a prick? Littlefinger. Let's kill him.
Yeah.
There's a lot more satisfaction to watching it.
Yeah.
Like I doubt
I thought
Littlefinger was going to get killed or will get killed in the books like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it just doesn't seem like.
I thought he should have got a more brutal kill, to be honest.
Yeah, brutal killing,
it would
have been more of an in-depth kind of like playing him for so much longer.
He almost started the whole friggin' thing. He basically did.
Yeah, or even in the reverse of like he should have just been killed by getting an arrow in his arse.
Right.
Just something stupid. Like they do with Khal Drogo.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, he got an infection and then the witch said he's going to die.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be a bit more drawn out, but at the same time, it was a bit of a surprise. Like, it was one of those moments where we were like, "Oh, you know that," and that's good to have.
Yeah, because for that episode, there was a moment in it, and I was like, "Is the show really going to make Sansa this stupid? Like, are they really going to go and take this girl, who's quite a good character, who they've already fucking made do terrible fucking whole arcs? Yeah." They've ruined her in a lot of ways. Yeah. And misused her. Yeah. I just thought, are they just going to make her an idiot now too?
I was thinking the same thing.
After everything. Like her mother's death and Rob's death and her dad's death. It's like, you're the one who should have learned. Jon Snow hasn't learned. He's a fucking moron. But you're the one who was in there with Joffrey, with Ramsay. Yeah. You should be the one who fucking knows this.
And she does. She is smart, but she still plays that kind of young idiot girl. But also, I was thinking the exact same thing. Whenever it showed a scene of her, I was just like, kind of fed up with her character, where she's going. And then suddenly
she switched.
That happened, and I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, I'm okay with that, but. It was a bit like in the other seasons, Bran. I was just like, I'm fucking fed up with him.
Bran.
I didn't really. It was good. I guess Hodor was keeping him going. But,
Bran that scene with Bran, he's back. Like we bitched about him 4 episodes ago. I still bitch about him. He's just so cold and he's so staring at people. God, and it's just just in that scene now. I just look at him and I was like, he looks like a serial killer. It's like Brannable Lecter. Yeah, that's what I think when I see him. And when he's sitting there and Littlefinger's like, "Oh, save me, save me." That was a terrible Littlefinger. That was Sean Connery. He's like, "Save me," and he's like, "Save me! I didn't mean to do it." And just see the look on Brad's face.
But the funny thing is, when you do that, you're doing the Littlefinger face because he talks out the side of his mouth.
I don't have a rucksack. Anyway, and just Bran's there, just Brannable the cannibal. Oh yeah, this dead face, and I'm just after they kill him, I was just expected Bran to be like, "Can I eat him now?" Yeah, he's just so evil looking motherfucker.
I just want to cut his hair as well. Yeah, it pisses me off. And then he hasn't
gotten any better.
No, he hasn't.
Because that's something to bitch about. Is
his chaos ladder was good.
His chaos ladder, yeah. But I still don't understand what the fuck is he doing.
No,
and Samuel Tarly. Yeah, his story that happened 2 episodes ago. Where they're just like, this is going nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
They genuinely said, this is going nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
We have to cut this.
Grab some scrolls.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so
because that they balls that up.
Yeah, that was super boring.
We talked about it when it happened when he cures Mormont.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought, all right, bit of progress
with the pie.
So. And I thought, all right, they're gonna do something with it, and then they're like, oh, you thought I was going to commend you, Samuel Tarly. And I'm like, that is kind of Game of Thronesy. That's classic Game of Thrones. We'll call it, okay. Yeah. But B, this is new Game of Thrones where you've got to fucking move shit along.
Yeah, quickly.
It was basically 5.
It was basically that scene was the old Game of Thrones, like you said, and then everything else is moving nice and quick, action packed.
And that's the thing. It's Sam's story is fine. Yeah. In old Game of Thrones. Yeah. But this is new Game of Thrones.
Yeah, yeah. He should have
has to move along.
He should have moved along 2 episodes before. He should have gotten that cart and whatever 2 episodes before,
or even had something happen there in the bloody thing. Because the only reason he's in that entire thing for fucking 6 episodes or 5 episodes. He's there, is so that he can learn that Rhaegar Targaryen.
That's right. Yeah.
Got an annulment and legitimately married Jon's mother.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it was just so he could go in and talk to bloody Bran, and now Branable the cannibal's there, and he's like, Jon's a sand, he's a prick. And Sam's like, no, there was a marriage. And then magic fucking Bran goes, oh yeah, I could go check that, can't I?
Yeah.
So I kind of like the fact that Bran doesn't know everything.
That's what so that was like another question, is like, he doesn't know everything. So how does he know things? He has to live that memory or something?
He has to warg it. He has to go to that thing.
Okay. So like
he does that. He warged back to the birth. When Ned gets told that Jon's Aegon Targaryen.
That's right, yeah.
But like he didn't know that until Sam mentioned the fact that the Maester had bloody thing.
It's weird that they were...
But that's it, like the whole of Sam's journey
it's just
to tell him that. And that's the weird thing,
and
is that...
to cure our friends.
But yeah, fuck him, he's useless. he did fucking nothing this season
He didn't do anything at all.
The only reason Sam knows that fact about Rhaegar is because Gilly found it in a book.
Yeah, she was reading it out.
Sam didn't even fucking find it out. And I'm like, such a piece of shit. Like, that's exactly the wrong way of wasting a character. And what Game of Thrones has always done is waste characters well.
Right. So
like a character you think matters gets killed, and you're like, oh, this is going a whole different way.
Yeah.
Whereas that Sam thing is a total waste. And it's doubly annoying because Sam wasn't wasted up until then. He was always like part of Jon's journey.
Totally.
And then the Night's Watch, and then Jon comes back, and then he sends him down, and it's like, oh, he's progressing along. And then the writers, they like, oh fuck, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And they fucked him.
He became like the new...
I know it's a small thing, but
no, I totally agree.
When you've got a show that's an hour and 20 minutes long, and an hour and it's just like,
every time we watched it, we were saying, they need to move him along. They need to move him along. He basically became the new Bran from the other episodes.
And Bran hasn't gotten any better either.
No,
it's just that he's got magic powers now.
Yeah.
So he can turn into like the ultimate detective.
The only thing,
it's like, what did Littlefinger say? Oh, he said this, and then he took the knife and he gave it to Mother.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, thanks, Bran. Good job. Like that kind of, let's face it, that kind of got brushed over too. All right.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, the cripple in the wheelchair says he can magically see what Littlefinger said.
I know.
And all the fucking lords of Winterfell
sure,
are like, yeah, sounds right to me. Yeah, little cripple kid. Yeah, he came back from the wall. Now he can see the future and the past and everything.
Yeah, they should have shown a scene where he like goes in and they can see him at least do something, and they'll be like, okay, we can kind of believe.
Yeah, like
something.
all the lords of
right
Winterfell.
Now,
the lords of Winterfell are all supposed to be like
in
these.
A wheelchair,
yeah, they're supposed to be these like northern English kind of guys, like the kind of
old school, yeah, like we don't believe in this shit. I mean, they don't believe in the White Walkers
and all those kind of places in England. They're all like iron workers and shit.
Yeah,
and they're all like, why is Jon gone to fucking like they were having a fit because Jon went to the Queen.
Yeah.
Why is this happening? Why is that happening? But sure enough, you tell them Bran's got magic powers. Like, yep, yeah,
it's true.
What are we doing now? You're killing Littlefinger? Yeah, all right, fine. It's like, come on, lads. There's a lot of jumping around there, but
it seems to be like right now we're on like the bad parts of it.
But that's the thing. Those are the only bad parts.
Oh, the other one for me that annoyed me was Jamie and Bronn. When he
played
knocks
by Emilia Clarke with a mustache.
When he knocks him off the horse,
right, like because that's the last time we saw them.
Yeah, first of all, him just like charging, But I know we were talking on the episode, like what's going to happen. And
let's get into that episode real quick because we're going to skip it.
Yeah,
that dragon when they first appeared.
Yeah,
brilliant. People waited 6 fucking years for that, and it was worth it.
I know. And actually,
just Jamie and all them shit in a brick.
Every episode, they released the making of for after, and that one, Emilia Clarke, like on top of the dragon in the green screen, was like pretty sweet. They've all got them, but we were wondering like, to me it looked like he pushed him into like a deep puddle, but it was like. Obviously there were like a lot of water because you can see him sinking down, but then the beginning of the next one
he's just straight up out of the
water.
water.
And I was just like, well, I don't know. And you would have thought it would have been like, oh, there's 2 guys gone down there.
especially because they were charging Daenerys.
Charging, yeah. And
they're like, where did the guy who just charged me go?
Yeah, it has annoyed me. There's actually like memes online where they're on these little underwater scooters, and they get on these scooters to get to.
Well, what I've liked there is because one of my favorite moments in that is, as everything's happening and there's all these burnt corpses and just this destruction from the. Once you finally see the bloody Dothraki unleashed, and then the bloody dragons unleashed, you're like, oh. Westeros doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, Jaime's
her
face.
army's unbelievable. Yeah,
Jaime's face was awesome. He was just like,
and he's been like that since that episode. He's like, we can't win. And like he's always been the greatest swordsman. And all that. But you have Tyrion. He comes up and he starts looking at all this horrible death and everything. Yeah, I like that. And then I really liked him when he saw Jaime kind of like snap. Yeah, and Jaime's like gonna charge Daenerys with the dragon.
He's shouting at him.
He's like, what are you doing? Stop, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
It would have been a cool little moment in the episode after. Yeah. If so maybe they just mentioned it, but Daenerys said, why did you make us leave so quickly? So it was kind of like Tyrion. Tyrion said, we have to get out of here.
Totally, yeah.
To protect his brother.
Yeah, you made us get out of here so quickly.
Yeah, it's like your dragon was injured and like you could have talked out of it.
Yeah.
Your dragon was injured and
just back it up.
You made your point, let's leave.
Yeah.
Just so that like it would have been a kind of thing of like, oh, that's why Jaime got away.
Exactly.
Because Tyrion was like looking out for his brother. And then you have the nice moment of when Tyrion goes and talks to Jaime.
Yeah.
But it was a weird thing, like
that
because we talked about that and we're like, wonder where this is going. Is he going to be captured?
I was like,
is Bronn going to be captured?
That's what I was thinking. I was half expecting Jaime to come up, but Bronn got captured, or basically Dothraki. I thought it was just going to start with Dothraki literally pulling them out. Yeah, but
because I think that's the way it would have gone in old Game of Thrones. Yeah, because it makes more sense.
They would have like strung it along, maybe like they. And then maybe they escaped or they killed them.
That's the way I would have done it too, simply for the fact that you have Jaime then, and that gets you to the table with Cersei. Sure. Because otherwise, the whole Cersei thing, well, I don't know, it's weird. Because then, it still would have worked. Like, Jaime gets you to the table, and then you still got to say, well, when you get to the table with her, how are you going to prove that what's happening is happening? And then you still have to go get the White Walker. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But instead it was like Jaime went back, and then for the next episode or two, he doesn't do anything. You know? Yeah. And that's the thing of like in this show, like just from a writing point of view, you can see there's a lot less interweaving.
Technically, stuff did happen though, because he was talking to Cersei, and basically their relationship just went down.
That's the last episode.
So, no, but it happened before that, because she goes, "Never lie to me again," because Bronn. They get set up that meeting, so she goes, "We're going to have to punish Bronn for bringing in Tyrion." Remember they met? Oh,
you're right.
So that episode, the reason why she said to him, "Don't ever lie to me again," that was the start of like him going like, "What?" Yeah, and also didn't she say she was pregnant then or something? Yeah. For me, that was the start, and then obviously the last episode where she just like snaps and she's just like. Was going to kill him.
I thought she was going to kill him.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you heard like the sword guy, I thought, this is the end of him. Yeah. Where the hell's he off to now? So.
Well, he's going to go up north and join the army.
But is he bringing an army with him, or is he? Does he have loyal soldiers, or is he?
No,
just
I think he's just going to go.
I think he's just on his own. The other thing is, I know we're jumping around here. You know, at the end where it showed like snow coming down on King's. Do you see that as like it just started snowing, or do you see that as time is actually speeding up, and in the way that? So it's snowing in King's Landing. I think that episode 8 is going to start like late. Like, is it going to start weeks later, or? But then you can argue that the White Walkers will already be at Winterfell.
Well, the snow thing was just.
It was just so quick. I was just like, is it just an artistic thing, or is it more like? I wasn't sure if they were alluding to.
It's winter's finally hit.
Yeah, but it literally just hit within like 5 minutes.
But that's the thing. So. No, like because it's. It had already hit Winterfell. Yeah. And then it's moving south.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was quick, but like they are doing things quick there anyway.
Yeah. I don't think it jumped time too much. Okay. I think he walked right out and then it just started snowing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's interesting that the what was it? The whole winter is coming kind of thing. It's just they haven't really pushed like how shitty it's going to get.
Yeah.
Because I think it gets pretty shitty in the winter in that whole world.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, nobody really mentioned that of like, because they said like this might be the longest winter ever or something like that.
Yeah.
You know? But it hasn't really been brought up, the fact of like how shitty winter is. Because to my mind, the way it was always built was that once winter hits, nothing gets done.
Yeah.
And it can last for 1 year or fucking 7 years. And it's just like, there's no wars. There's no traveling. It's just like this fucking shutdown. Like it happens in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like a bad fucking January. It just shuts down.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's really been mentioned as in terms of like, winter is here. Now the White Walkers are here.
Yeah.
We've got like maybe 2 months and then it's over. Then it's shut down. Then no armies are moving. Then nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I just thought that would be more of a ticking time bomb.
Sure.
Like I know that White Walkers are a time bomb.
Yeah.
But it's just more of like winter's a fucking bitch of a thing too. It's not just snow.
Yeah. But they've already
just because like the whole show is based around winter.
Yeah.
Like it's like winter is coming.
They've always alluded to it with
I
like
know
armies
winter
and stuff.
means the army.
Yeah. No, but as in they've always alluded to it, saying like, I think it was when Jamie's armies like seasons ago they were going up and they were like, oh, we're getting into like winter territories, like the men can't handle this, or the North are used to this and stuff like that. They always say, but we don't know how brutal it really is. I'm guessing because it started to snow at the ends, they're really going to show basically King's Landing in snow.
Because I think I remember them mentioning it before about having to stockpile X amount of food. Because they don't know how many years of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely
like years. Like there's no break in the snow. It's like living in the Arctic.
Yeah.
There's no farming. There's like it's really the whole world shuts down for winter.
Yeah.
And it seems like I guess like when the Army of the Dead are coming, you don't really care about whether you're going to get wheat or not.
Yeah.
We can't get any corn. It's fine. There's zombies. We'll deal with that, and then we'll deal with the corn. Get you some fish.
Good old fish.
But like the episode when the dragons arrive was great.
Oh yeah.
And then the episode after that was great. And then the finale was great.
Well, we had
the whole thing has been a great season of entertainment.
We had the good old prediction of Zombie Dragon.
Zombie Dragon. Yeah.
I was glad to see that.
That blew me away. Yeah. I text you after that episode. I said that's my favorite episode ever.
Yeah. That was, I think that one and then even the one before with the two dragons attacking.
The dragons attacking was fun.
Yeah.
But the episode as a whole didn't really... It's not that it was bad. It was fine. But that episode where John and the crew are out looking for the goddamn White Walker.
Yeah. The hound is just on form with the rocks.
Yeah. Cats.
He's just throwing rocks at them.
Damn
and then they realise that they can stand on it. They're like, oh god.
Oh shit. Yeah, so. Like that whole thing when they're running out and then there's the rock in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
And then they're there overnight. Then they send what's his name? Not Braden. Crap.
I forget his name.
Robert's bastard son or legitimate
hammer dude.
Yeah.
But
send him running to get the bloody things. Like, where's Jon Snow?
You're the fastest.
Yeah. And all of that was great. And then obviously she arrives. And that whole final 5 minutes just had me on edge.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he picks up that... Ice
sphere.
John says, go.
Yeah,
and he starts charging.
Yeah.
Because he's got his bloody Valyrian steel. And he's like, I'm going to take this motherfucker on.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned it earlier in the episode of like, the only way to take them down is to kill him.
I love that. I love that they introduced that, and that's interesting. Because do you think if you kill him, they're all dead? Because technically, he created them all. So,
but they show that, and then they said if we kill him, they all die.
Yeah,
and John agrees.
Yeah,
and I thought that was John. It would just, in typical Game of Thrones fashion, it had been set up that way. Where like Daenerys had mentioned the fact that men are stupid, men are always trying to be brave, and every man she's known like that is dead, and Jon Snow is just like that. And then if we kill this guy, he dies, and then it's like he has to make sure that White Walker gets going because Jon Snow knows about the North. He's left Sansa in charge of bloody Winterfell, and I just thought it was just all of that came into my head. I'm like, they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
They're actually going to kill him right now.
Yeah.
They had like the bloody army of the dead parted, and the fucker's standing on the top of the hill, and Jon's like that. I'm like, there's going to be an awesome fight, but they're going to fucking kill Jon Snow right now.
Yeah.
And then the fucker pulls the ice spear thing out, and I thought, oh, they're just going to kill him. It's like a proper Game of Thrones death of like he thinks he's getting this big hero's moment, and they're just going to spear him. And then they spear the dragon. Like, oh, sweet Jesus. Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
And then he picks up the other spear, and I thought, he's going to kill Jon Snow. And then Jon Snow goes into the water, and I thought, Jon Snow's dead.
Right.
I thought he was dead like 15 times in that final moment.
Yeah.
And that whole thing just kept me rolling along, and I just thought, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So well done. A lot of reversals. And then the thing that I did not see coming was when they put the chains in and they pull it out. And I thought, the moment you saw them pulling it out, I was like, Jesus, how did I not fucking get that? That was just, it's the most obvious thing in the world.
I know,
But for one reason or another, it just, when it happened, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's the best ending, just with the eye opens up, and then everyone's like, but does it still breathe fire? Yeah. Or is it an ice dragon?
And then they said it's blue, so you can't really tell if it's ice or not. Yeah. But it must be fire.
It's fire. It's basically like demon fire or whatever. But
and then they took a little bit of style and they ripped his wings a bit. So I was like,
I know
he was in the water for 5 minutes.
I know.
It's like how decrepit and zombies he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's got one injury, but they made him look like he's proper like zombie.
Maybe
dragon.
when it crashed down, it kind of got its wing and something ripped it. Not really.
But that episode was my favorite. The final episode was very enjoyable because I think it was the first time everybody had ever met each other.
Yeah, that was cool. I felt like there wasn't enough
action.
Yeah, and I know that
I was very surprised.
You don't always need that, but just it's Game of Thrones,
and it's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half, and you've only got 7 episodes. I felt like they needed just a little bit more. I felt like Littlefinger needed a bigger death.
I thought,
even though his was a surprising one, I liked that. I just felt like if he was going to die, do something really kind of gruesome or something. I don't know, whatever it is. And then when they were all meeting, that was awesome. There was a couple of things like Theon was there. Like, did he need to be there? And then
did he need to be there?
I don't know. It's just it was a shot where you were like, all these actors are there, and we've not seen this before. So
I know he's there because he's the Iron.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he doesn't have the iron, but like the army.
I just felt
the
like
boats that he has.
I felt like he would have been back at the boats, not in that thing. And then also, I really wanted the Hound to fight his brother, and I thought that was going to happen there because I saw a screenshot of the Hound fighting. There was a Game of Thrones season 7 preview before it even aired, like any of it, and it showed the Hound drawing his sword in that scene. I was like, "Fuck yeah, he's gonna fight his bro." It was for the bloody White Walker thing, or whatever, which was an awesome scene. Actually, they did a really good job of that thing just being manic. Yeah. And then Cersei's face is just like, "What the hell?" And then the whole time I knew Cersei was just gonna double cross them. Yeah. Like she just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, she's completely evil now.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that even Jamie matters.
The Jamie thing threw her over the edge. And also I'm not even sure she's pregnant. So
really? You think she's faking it?
Yeah.
She's rubbing her belly for no reason.
Yeah. And also
just so she can get extra servings at dinner.
That like void that happened with Jamie and her increases. I think Jamie's gonna kill her next season. I think he's gonna strangle her like. Well, this is why
I was surprised there wasn't more action in it. It wasn't because I wanted more action. It's because there's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, how much shit do you have to cram into that?
I know, yeah.
To not even... Like, Game of Thrones is not designed, or was not designed to satisfy. It's not like, oh, you didn't like this guy? Well, he's going to get it. It's like, no, he's going to win.
Yeah.
Or you like this character? We're going to kill him on a boat. Yeah, and you're never going to see him again. That kind of shit. But... Like in the final season, you've got all these things set up.
Yeah.
That you have to do something with.
Maybe because there's only 6, it's going to be like 80 minutes or 70 minutes or something.
You mentioned off the top. You said that the season might not come out till 2019.
Yeah.
Which I'm not delighted by, but I wouldn't be surprised because we're now September.
Yeah.
They are not shooting it right now because they haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
So that means they're not shooting this winter. Yeah. Which means they have to shoot next winter.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, they have to spend a fuck ton of money to faking and that never looks good.
And they already had trouble. They delayed the other one because of winter.
Well, that's the thing.
This season
they didn't delay it. This is purposely planned to shoot for winter.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They're not shooting this winter.
Yeah.
So they have to shoot next winter.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So it has to be 2019. Or it has to... Like, you can't not shoot in winter now. It's all winter. Everything is winter. Everything's snow. It has to look miserable.
Yeah.
That's why it's like a song of fire and ice.
Yeah.
So... Or ice and fire, whatever. So next season they have to have the big battle against the White Walkers, which could be like 2 or 3 episodes long by the looks of it. Then they have to fight for the throne.
Yeah.
And then they have to figure out the fact that Jon just fucked his auntie. And then they have to figure out who's the actual king and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Lots to get
through.
And
a bunch of people have to die.
But the way they're cycling through this is going to be, and have they really locked down 6? I mean, can they come back?
Hasn't bloody...
Bran.
His whole Children of the Forest thing.
Bran is basically Iron Fist, fucking useless. So it's just
Bran Fist.
But yeah, overall, like I loved it. And like, when the leak came out and when every episode, like every Sunday, I was like on the Friday, I was always like, I can't wait because the end of this weekend's gonna be this. And I'm not like that really with hardly anything. And when it did air, like with the little finger or the dragon going down, it was those moments where you literally could get a camera in a room of anyone and then you just get awesome reactions. There's hardly any shows that get those reactions,
Yeah.
So it's moving along very quick, but I understand they've only got 7 episodes. Some scenes are tad too quick. Like there was one where Jon was writing a scroll for something and then literally the next scene they cut to, they had to scroll.
I didn't even see him writing the scroll scene.
Just throw in 2 extra scenes or something, but literally almost the next scene. So I was like, going from that to what we're used to, it's almost too sped up, but...
It's also, But
I don't want it to get slow either. It's part of the
problem with the adaptation is that in a book, you can just write 100,000 troops, and it's 100,000 troops. On a TV show or a movie, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you're spending money on that, it means you have less money to do this.
Totally.
And that's like people. I know people like, oh, it's sped up and it's rushing through things. It's like you get one or the other.
Yeah.
You get a long, shitty looking show.
Yeah.
Or you get a good looking, fast moving show.
Yeah.
It's like that pyramid of business. You can have something good, fast, or cheap.
Totally.
You can get 2. You can't get 1. So it's going to be good and fast, but it's not going to be cheap, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's why we have 7 episodes, because you have to take the budget from 3, which for this show is like 30 million, 40 million.
Yeah.
And that has to go into making those shows look good, so that you move the bloody story along. Otherwise, you won't get that scene at the wall. You won't get the dragons. You won't get. You just don't get it. It's the way it is.
Yeah. Because we're forgetting this is a bloody TV show as well. It's not a movie.
It's not a movie.
So,
So you're asking for a scene where you want 3 dragons flying over a bloody army of zombies, and you're like, yeah, that's going to cost you, mate. That's going to cost you the full budget for a different episode.
Yeah.
We're not... HBO have money, but they're not able to piss it away.
Yeah, they're definitely onto something. But, overall, loved it.
Yeah.
And can't wait. I mean, like you said, it's going to be 2019 most likely, and we've got no other choice.
Yeah, we don't have any other choice. Either wait, or you just, get a piece of shit that you're going to be like, oh, I wish they'd have done it properly.
But yeah, let us know your thoughts on good old GOT, Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. And The Defenders, if you watch that too.
Yeah, and if you've got any theories for episode 8, sorry.
I did hear a theory. Do you want to hear a good theory?
Sure.
It could be a spoiler if it's real.
Yeah.
Because it's a real good theory.
Yeah.
Hodor.
Yeah.
You know how that scene played out?
Yeah.
When Bran was talking with the bloody tree, the grandfather tree, and he went back in time and he fucked up Hodor.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
And Hodor's like, Hodor.
Yeah.
And he could only say Hodor after that. And then you go forward, whatever it is, 20 years, and you realize that he's saying hold the door because he's had, time had broken him.
Yeah.
The moment in time when he dies, which is the most important point of his life, affected him as a kid. And because Bran fucked up, he broke the link.
Yeah.
But basically he jumped through time.
Yeah.
Bran's a time traveler.
Yeah.
Because he's the 3-eyed raven, he can go any point in time. The theory is that in season 7, Bran realizes that they're in trouble and they can't defeat the Night King. So he tries to warg or time travel back.
Oh, yeah.
To stop the children of the forest ever making the White Walkers.
Right.
But he's the Night King.
Oh, yeah.
He goes back.
Yeah, yeah.
And when he goes back, he's the reason the Night King gets born. Because he starts it.
Right.
So he's the Night King. And he's still a kid in this one.
Yeah, I heard that theory as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I know.
That's a real good one.
They're probably reading this. Yeah, it's pretty good. We can do this.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we're shooting. We're shooting next week.
We need something to do with Brand, so.
It's a real good one, I think. And then obviously, do you think John is going to live? That's for all our fans out there too, listening. Not our fans, Game of Thrones fans.
I don't know, because...
Who do you think is going to end up on the throne now?
Yeah, I honestly don't know, and I'm not sure. I think if it was the traditional Game of Thrones, Jon will die in the next season, but because it's gone quite TV series, I think he might still live on, but I don't know.
It's still... The weird thing, though, is that it is Game of Thrones, so Jon is having sex with his aunt.
Yeah.
So she gets pregnant with their incestuous baby.
Yeah.
It's just the same as Cersei and Jaime in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, even when it looks like a regular TV show, George R.R. Martin made such a fucked up world that it's still going to end up fucked up anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because even if Jon ends up on the throne, does that mean he's going to be married to his aunt, raising his cousin's son?
Apparently the Targaryens keep it within the family.
Yeah, they keep it in the family.
That's what they were saying, And
what's his name? Bloody... I can't even remember his name. Her brother.
Yeah.
He wanted a fucking little bit of a magic baby in there too.
Yeah.
Magic baby's a way of saying fuck your sister. He wanted magic baby, like Cersei's magic baby. So that's the whole universe. Is you can only be a king and queen if you know each other intimately, as brother and sister.
Good old Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Trust them.
I think Jon has to die.
I think he has to again,
and stay dead. I should say.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see.
I still think the bloody Ice King should win. I think he should fucking win. I think that should be
sit on the throne.
I think that should be the
and he's
episode.
Like, this isn't very comfortable.
When everybody thinks that should be the final episode. When everybody thinks Bran's gonna save the day, he goes back. You find out he's the fucking Night King, and you're just like, Bran, you little crippled shit. This has been your fault from the beginning.
Yeah.
You went up and saw Jaime fucking his sister.
Yeah.
And now you went back and you made the Night King. It's all your fault.
Son of a dick.
Yeah. Straight-faced fucking serial killer.
Here's some fucking scissors. Cut your hair.
All right. So if you want to send us a message on who you think is going to be whatever, go to @Rant and Bollox.
Yeah.
That's on Twitter, or you can send us a message, rantandbollocks@gmail.com. And our bloody contest, I think, end of next week.
Yeah, we'll
our
pick some
Batman
winners.
Superman will be finished, and then we'll randomly pick 3, and we'll release that.
I'll
make a little video, and I'll say, We're not very organized. We don't know what we're doing.
Sometimes
we're getting better.
So.
Are we? We're not. Write in. Tell us if we're getting better.
We don't even know if this is going to air. This
we know we didn't have a tech bollocks this week, but that's because we're catching up and we had way too much to do.
Technically, the drone thing turned into
bloody drone,
But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll be back next week for sure.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So, always good to be back here, waffling on for you folks.
Waffling on. Thanks, and God bless.
That's not your sign off. Do your sign off. That's why people tuned in for 2 hours.
Good old boom.